Shalom, shalom. Where the Hebrew Israelites here to speak about the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of the Heavenly Father's kingdom, right? By his son, Yahweh Shai, right? This is for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and the scattered around the earth. You are the true Israelites according to the Bible, okay? And you're being ruled over by your enemy right now, and the Lord is calling you back, man. All right, so with that, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love to you brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity around the four corners of the globe. All right, now the scriptures say that that he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Who are the saints? Give me that in Psalms 147. Man. I'm going to read that.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High,
right, and
shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Did he not speak great words against the Most High with his evolution, right? They're saying we don't need to think about it. Yuval Noah said we don't need to think about a God in the sky. We're going to create our own eternal life. All right? So that's speaking great words against the Most High. This is the man of sin. All right? The Edomite, the so-called white man. This is the man of sin, according to the scriptures.
Right.
All right? Go ahead. Keep going.
It says, Salakia, and he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And who's the saints? The saints are the Israelites, the people on this side, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. There's a reason why you're in the condition that you're in, man. There's a reason why you're in the situation that you're in. It goes back to the curses. You Jakes always build black businesses. You tried that already, man. Don't you know what happened to Black Wall Street, Rosewood, all those affluent black neighborhoods? The Edomite came and destroyed it. All right? Because he knows he doesn't want you to get up. That's in the past. That wasn't that long ago, man. Your grandmother seen those things, man. All right? But there's a lot of things that Esau has hidden. That's why you Jakes don't know where the hell you're at, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms 148
yep,
and verse 14.
Yep.
He exalted the horn of his people,
right,
the praise of all his saints,
right,
even of the children of Israel.
The children of Israel are the people on this side, not the people in the land now calling themselves Jewish. Those are not the true children of God. Those are imposters, man. They done stole our heritage. That's the biggest case of identity theft on the planet Earth.
That's right.
All right? And they get billions of dollars based upon that one event that happened to them. So-called, right? Billions of dollars a year. What are you Jakes getting, man? Huh? You Jakes, no, I don't get no check. I don't get no check in the mail for what these Edomites did. You see? Go ahead.
It says, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times of the dividing of times.
Right. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus said the Lord, power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have a...
Idumea is another way of saying Edom, man. So it's still dealing with the Edomites, man. The Edomites are very, very crucial in biblical prophecy, man. All right? So you have to identify these people, man. Go ahead.
It says, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
Right. And what land is that speaking about? The land of Israel. Go ahead. And let favor be shown to the wicked. Go ahead.
With the joy of all their heart.
Right. With
the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey.
That's it. Meaning what? You have people fighting over our land. That's not even their land. Right? The Palestinians fighting. The Israelis fighting them. Well, really, they're overtaking them. But that's not their land either. Okay, that land belongs to us, man. That's the land of the true nation of Israel. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 35 and 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord,
right,
that I've heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume.
Right.
Thus with your mouth you have boasted against
us. Psalms 83. All right. You're laid desolate, given to us to consume, right? So what did they do? They consumed us. Go ahead.
Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me,
right,
and have multiplied your words against me. Right. I have heard them.
Right, because when you come up against the Israelites, you're coming up against the Heavenly Father, man. It's like you come up against a man's son, that's like going up against him.
Right.
You see? That's why King David said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. All right, the Lord's enemies is our enemies, man. And vice versa, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 83 and verse 1.
Yep.
Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High.
And that's what we're constantly telling y'all about Shem Yahushua. You know, don't hold your peace. and he's making things known in the earth. All right, he's making moves in the planet Earth now. All right, and that's all for us, man. That's all for the controversy of Zion. Okay, what has been done to his people. You see that? Go ahead.
Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Right. The WEF meetings, right? The UN meetings. You Jakes are not invited to those meetings. All right, that's the elites plotting against you Jakes, man. Right? They have other plans for the average people as well. But the main target, the main people they have a problem with is the Israelites, because they understand the blessing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yep.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
right,
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
What does that mean? That means they're going to put you Jakes in a low state, right? Make you call yourself black, Jamaican, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Mexican. All these names that Esau made up, man. All right? Why would someone call himself wood and water? That's what you make. Why would someone call himself wood and, we are the wood and water people? No, that's Esau who put that name on you, man. All right? Which that was actually an indigenous word, but you didn't call yourself that. All right? You call them Native Americans. When they came to this land, they said we are Native Americans. All right? So these are names that Esau put upon you, man. Because God was speaking a form of Hebrew when Esau came here, man. Right? The broken Hebrew. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacle of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarites, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
That's why you gotta be in the spirit. When you go to be powerful, that's when the spirits come out, man.
That's right.
That's when the spirits come out, man.
That's right.
That's in the spirit, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, man. Bring that out, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13.
That's why you gotta speak like you believe this thing, man.
Right.
This is the truth, man.
That's right.
That's not the truth. This is the truth, man. Go ahead, man.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High,
right,
to blaspheme his name,
right,
and his tabernacle,
yep,
and them that dwell in heaven.
That's right. And who's he blaspheming? Yahweh Shem Yahweh man. All right, saying that he was a so-called white man, right? Oh, they got the picture of the hand of God over there on Stanley Street, right? And they got him with nail polish on, man, and fake nails on. So that's blasphemy right there. And nobody has a problem with that. Where's the protest for that? There's protest for Ukraine, but then who they believe is the image of the most, they got a picture of him with nail polish on. We know that's not the correct image, but that's what Esau's trying to push out there, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 62 and 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Who do they consult to cast down from his excellency? You Israelites, man. You Jakes. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? You got to get up on a level. See, we're up on a level. We're up on game. We know about the enemy. All right? We know about the true potential of the Israelites, man. All right? You Jakes have the blessing. All right? Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Okay? That's why they had to destroy Black Wall Street. That's why they had to destroy Rosewood. That's why they have boarding schools for Native Americans. Because they wanted to completely wipe out that whole history, man. Right? And make you think you were just swinging on a tree and then they just grabbed you and put you in slavery. No. Listen, Jake had the greatest empires on the earth. Jake had the greatest has the greatest inventions on the earth. Right. The smartest, the most intelligent people are the people on this side, man. Right. But let Esau tell it, oh, no, he has the high IQ. That's all a farce, man. Those same people talking about high IQ, them niggas is polluting the whole earth. Trying to give you a Beyond Meat and replace regular meat. So these people ain't smart. These people are retarded, man. That's why the earth is destroyed, man. Salakia, who's reading? Hold on. Read your precept. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me.
Right.
That ye shall do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
See, the Lord gave us the understanding. He gave us the whole breakdown to the earth. He gave us the keys to the world. All right? Because we're his people. We are the sons of God. All right? So he said, listen, I'm going to give you the keys of the earth. All right? And that's what he did. That's what he did. And we're unlocking it again. And that's what's making Esau scared. That's what's making Esau nervous. We're leaving from the madness that he is, the poison that he's fed our people, man. Jake is in a terrible state right now, man. The average Jake, okay? But the Lord is lifting up the elect, all right? And the elect is getting out of that dunghill, man. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
You got it already? All right. It's a wise and understanding people. That's what they used to say when first of all, who made Egypt great, man? Joseph, man.
Right.
Joseph. All right, our people, man. The Israelites, man. All right, the forefather of the Ephraimites, the so-called Puerto Ricans. That's who made Egypt great, man. All right, not the Egyptians. Who built the pyramids? We built the pyramids, man. All right, the Israelites. Okay, not the Egyptians don't know about no pyramid, man. We broke down that and aligned it with the stars and all that. Okay, that's why when you go to Mexico and South America, they have those same replicas because those are Israelites. All right, you see that? Who taught them the mathematics, man? The arithmetic. That was Abraham, man. That's our father, man, in the spirit. You see, Esau descends from Abraham, right? So does Ishmael and the 6 sons of Keturah, but they're not spiritually Abraham's seed.
That's right.
In Isaac shall thy seed be called. So we're the only true sons of Abraham, man.
That's right. That's right.
Ishmael, no, Abraham. No, that's not your father, bro. Your father is Ishmael. That's it. That's where it stops. Go ahead, man.
This is Romans 9 and 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High.
That's Ishmael. That's the children of the flesh. All right, Esau. That's the children of the flesh. Go ahead.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
We are the children of the promise. The promise was given unto us, man. Our forefathers, man. That wasn't given unto them, man. So you trying to get these heathen into something that don't belong to them. That's like trying to get an inheritance from an Edomite family, right? The so-called, the grandfather dies, you trying to sneak in there. Can I get a piece of the inheritance, man? They're going to call the police on your ass, man.
Right.
All right? It doesn't make sense. This does not belong to them, man. This is our heritage, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
When they were building.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power
That's right.
has chosen thee to be a special people.
That's a possessive pronoun. I'm glad you said that. Thy power, man. That's why it says our fathers.
Right.
It ain't including everybody. All right? It's specific. All right? We're a holy people unto the Lord. We're a separate people unto the Lord, man. So you Jakes need to act like that, man. All right? You're trying to amalgamate yourself into society. You're not supposed to fit in with society, man. You're supposed to be outcast with society. You're above society. You're above these people, man. You're supposed to move like that, man. All right? You don't move like you're on the same. Are you going to try to amalgamate yourself with dogs and squirrels? No, man. We are above these other people. Point blank, period. That's thus saith the Bible, man. We're not making it up. We're not saying because we want to say it. We're saying because the Bible says so,
That's
man.
right.
All right? Let me to drop that father from the bucket, man. All right?
The Lord thy power has chosen thee to be a
No
special.
brother should have his hands in his pocket, man. Every brother should be pulling up their precepts, man. We're in the spirit right now, man. All right? Unless brothers is disconnected from the spirit, precepts should be, the hands should be up, man. Go ahead.
To be a special people unto himself.
Right.
Above all people that are
Above all people that are upon the what?
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's what the Bible's talking about, man. The Israelites are above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. All right? And you Jakes are trying to fight for equal rights. You've been trying to fight for equal rights. The devil's not going to make you equal in this society. But according to the Heavenly Father, we're above these heathen.
That's right.
And that's all that matters, man. Because the Most High is going to put us above them anyway.
right.
All right? Just wait. All right?
This is Psalms
Right.
82 and 6. I have said, ye are gods.
But you see, because the Spirit is flowing with Sakar. That's why he got a precept after a precept. It's not his fault. He's taking all the precepts, but he's taking the precepts because the Spirit is flowing with him. Go ahead, man.
Ye are gods,
Yeah.
and all of you are children of the Most
Who
High.
are gods? Who is this speaking to? This is speaking to the Israelites. This is not speaking to Edomites. All right? It's not speaking to Moab. All right? It's speaking to the Israelites, the sons of God, which is us, man. Go ahead.
But ye shall die like men,
Right.
and fall like one of the princes.
Right, and that's why we die now, right? Because Adam went off by following after Eve, and you got Jake still doing that now, following after the woman, all right? And that was the beginning of the fall of man in the beginning, all right? But before that, men were not, well, the scriptures, I believe, says man was not made to die, if I'm not mistaken, man. All right? We were made to, and that's speaking about the Israelite man. We were made to live forever, man. Okay? And rule forever as well. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 2:8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Who are the heathen? What does heathen mean? It means country dwellers. The country dwellers that were outside of our people, outside of the Israelites, man. Those are the heathen. All right? Go ahead.
For thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
And we're going to get that. We're going to get the whole earth belongs to us, man. He made the earth for our sakes, man. Matter of fact, pull that up. You got it? Well, read
It's the
it.
book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 54.
Right.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Right.
And the people.
So we all come from Adam, right? We all come from Adam. You got that stupid black woman that was at that protest with the IUIC. You put on pants just like I put on pants. What the hell does that mean, man? A pedophile puts on pants. That make you the same? What's wrong with you, man? You see how people are that Christianity done messed our people's minds up, man. Go ahead, man.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right. There's a separation, man. All right. There's the chosen, and then there's the rest of the heathen. Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee,
Right.
O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
He made the world for our sakes, man. This is our world, man. All right? This ain't the world of the heathen. Listen, man. The Lord gave you the lands based upon the land that he already gave us. He gave us our land, and he said, okay, you can have the rest. But ultimately, that's our lands too. All right? Why? Because we're over you. All right? And guess what? We're gonna get the substance of those lands. You're gonna give us those substance in the kingdom. All right? How do you think we're gonna build up the kingdom of heaven with all that gold? Where are we gonna get the gold from? We're gonna get it from the heathen, these other nations. Go ahead.
As for the other people,
Right.
which also come of Adam,
Right.
thou hast said that they are nothing,
This is what the Most High is saying. He's saying you are the heathen, you're nothing. All right, go ahead.
but be like unto spittle.
Right. So how can you save them? How are you going to amalgamate them into the kingdom as joint heirs when he said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle? Why would he put so much effort to have his own son die to save something that's nothing? Huh? Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
That's it. That's it. Keep going.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover.
That's it. Well, that's the Israelites. That ain't these other nations. Right? The heathen are devouring us. Right?
Are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the
Right.
world?
So now the Lord's coming to deliver us, and now we're gonna take those same heathen that's putting that hell on us and bring them into the kingdom with us as joint heirs. That makes absolutely no sense in any context. Get me Joel the 3rd chapter, man, the 1st verse. Go ahead.
This is Amos 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, who? The Israelites. He's dealing with us separately than how he's dealing with these other nations, okay? There's more than that? Well, that was it. You got something else? What?
This is Isaiah 61. I'm going to start verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of aliens shall be your plowmen.
What's the strangest talking? This is speaking about the kingdom, by the way. This didn't happen yet. This is getting ready to happen. Those other nations, they're going to be feeding our flocks, meaning what? They're going to work for us, right? They're going to be our employees. They're going to be our servants. That's what's coming. All right, go ahead.
And
read that again. Read it again.
Isaiah 61 and verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flock.
They're going to feed our flocks. You see the same way Jake was picking cotton for Esau, the devil? Well, guess what? They're going to be picking for us. They're going to be doing all the manual labor for us. All right? Go ahead.
And the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Yeah.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
Yeah.
And so like men shall call you the ministers of our power.
Right. That's what men is going to call them, ministers of the power. Of who? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because we're going to be the priests on the earth. The scripture said he's going to make us a nation of kings and priests. All right? Meaning what? We're going to have to do the priestly duties to these other nations to teach them the right way. No, don't do that. You can't do that. You do that, you're going to get judged. All right? You do this. Listen, we'll stop the rain from coming down. All right? Listen, we'll open up, we'll have this Satan open up the earth. You know what I'm saying to you? We'll send plagues on you. That's the power we're going to have in the kingdom, man. All right? Go ahead.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles,
right,
and in their glory.
We shall eat the riches, meaning what? All these everything that Esau has stolen around the earth and all these other nations what they have, we're going to get that. That's going to come to us. That's according to the Bible. That's biblical prophecy, man. Go ahead.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles,
right,
and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Oh, and the brothers of God brought it out. What's the glory speaking about? Ultimately, what's a man's glory? His women. We're going to get the women of these other nations and the finest. We're not going to be like Jake now. We're going to get the finest. All right? And it's not going to be, the fathers are going to want to give them to us. All right? Oh, please take, you know, because they're going to know attaching themselves to us is going to be like attaching themselves to the Heavenly Father, to God on earth, man. That's what we're going to be, the representation of God on earth. That's what the Lord is getting ready to do. You see, now, they don't want the daughters dealing with a so-called black man, like especially the so-called black man, right? They'll disown their daughters. But the kingdom is going to be the opposite.
Right.
You see? And we're only going to get the best of the best, man. Right. Go ahead. Read that again, man.
Go
ahead.
Isaiah 61:6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
Right.
Men shall call you ministers of our power.
Right.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Right.
For your shame ye shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be.
That's what's coming to us, man. Everlasting joy. You see, the Lord punished us for a time because we went against Him. But guess what? He's going to give us the blessing now. Now we're coming into the time of the blessing, and the curse is coming onto our enemies now. That's what the Lord is preparing. That's what the kingdom of heaven is all about, baby. It's not about equality, man. That's a man-made, that's madness, and that doesn't exist anyway. All right? Esau's pushing this equality while they're living in their mansions, right? And you're eating GMO foods, man. And you're in this rat race. You see what I'm saying? They're preaching you prosperity. You see that? In the kingdom, we're gonna tell you straight. Listen, we're up here, you're down there. Okay? Point blank, period, man. And if you want to get up to a level, you better keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's right. And keep righteousness on the earth, man. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to jump to verse 9.
Keep going.
And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people.
Right. Yo, watch yourself there. Go ahead.
Read that again.
He can look, but just watch yourself. Go ahead.
Isaiah 61:9. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles.
Right.
And their offspring among the people.
What does that mean? That means we're going to have that fame. Oh, who brought that scripture out?
Yeah, you 18, let's go.
Let's get it, brother. I don't even have to say it. I know the brother knows what I'm talking about, man. All right, read that again.
Good. Isaiah 61 and verse 9. And their seed shall be known among the
We're
Gentiles.
going to be known. See, as soon as an Israelite comes, it's not just going to be always an Israelite. You know there's an Israelite in there? No, they're going to bow down to us, man. That's the power, and that's what the blessing is all about. All right? That's what being the sons of God is all about, baby. All right? It's about having rulership and power over all these other nations. You see? And what do you think the joint heir is all about? Give me Revelation. You got a precept? Okay, give me Revelation 2. You know what I want.
It's the book of
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end,
right,
to him will I give power over the nations.
So that's proven it's not speaking about the nation. It got to be talking about Israel. He's not going to get power necessarily over Israel. He's going to get power over these other nations. Israel's going to be in order. Israel's going to know the laws. We don't have to break down. It said no man shall teach his neighbor. Know ye the Lord? No. Every man is going to know the Lord. They're going to know. That's right. All right? They're going to know not to eat such and such. They're going to know to keep the dietary law, the Day of Atonement. It's going to be in our spirit. It's going to be programmed, man. We're going to have spiritual alarms and alerts. All right? No, that's unclean. That died of itself. You see what I'm saying to you? We're going to have the spiritual alerts on, man. The spirit is going to be dealing with us, man. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Right.
As the vessels of a potter.
Where's my favorite image there? Let's go. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Right.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
You other nations are gonna be broken down, man. All right. You're not gonna be on a level. You're gonna be broken down, and into subject, and you're gonna learn the right way. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 43. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people,
Right.
and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me.
That's it. All these other heathen are gonna serve the Israelites, man. All right, and they're gonna get used to it. All right, not even they're gonna actually have no choice. All right, it's gonna be once that power comes and the Lord shows His power, they're gonna be like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? What else are you gonna do? All right, they ain't gonna have no other choice. They're just gonna have to get in line, man. All right, go ahead.
As soon as they hear of me,
Right.
they shall obey me.
As soon as they hear of us, they're gonna obey us, man. You know they had that brand obey. All these people are gonna obey the Israelites, man. You see that? Because we are the sons of God. Okay? And they're gonna listen, man. It's just common sense, right? If you have a son, you're gonna give him part of your inheritance.
That's right.
All right? We are those sons. So if the Most High is the ruler on the earth, He ruleth in the kingdom of men. Then guess what? We're gonna rule in the kingdom of men.
Right.
Under Him. You see that? This is the future of the heathen, man. This is the future of the other nations, man. You see that? Get used to it, man. Because this is what's coming in the kingdom of heaven. Read that again, brother. This is prophecy, baby. Go ahead.
The book of Psalm, chapter 18, and verse 44.
Yep.
As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me.
As soon as they hear of us, they're going to obey us, man. Because we are the gods on the earth, man. Go ahead.
The strangers shall submit themselves unto me.
Yes. They're going to submit. What does it mean to submit? That means to bow down to the rulership, right? See, the women don't want to submit right now. The NW don't want to submit right now, but that's okay. When all hell breaks loose, I guarantee they're gonna find their inner submission, man. And it's gonna be too late for a lot of them. It's gonna be, yo, kick rocks, man. Go play in traffic, man. That's what it's gonna be. All right, you don't get with a stock when it blows up, man. You get with a stock from the earth, because you're not gonna be able to afford the stock later on. You see what I'm saying to you? When the stock is 20,000 per stock, what are you gonna do? Nah, you missed the train. Okay? Go ahead. Who got something? Bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter...
Hold on. Zabak, you got something. Bring it out.
Revelation 22 and 14.
Right.
Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they might have the right of the tree of life,
Yep.
and may enter through the gates unto the city.
Yep.
For without are dogs and sorcerers.
Without what? Without the city of Israel are dogs, man. That's why the Lord said, what? Dogs can pass me about. Was not even crucified by the Romans, right? He probably had Edomites there beating on our Lord, man. You see what I'm saying to you? So guess what? These other nations are like dogs, man. Go ahead.
For without are dogs
Yep.
and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and
Oh, but that even applies to the Israelites that were following after heathen customs. That's why the woman said what? She said, did not the dogs eat from the master's table? When she was an Israelite. Okay? So, either way, the majority of our people are in that heathenistic state too, man. So, listen, there's no saving them. The Lord is going to destroy the majority of them. Go ahead.
and idolaters and whosoever love it and make it a lie.
That's it. Go ahead, Sakar.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 6. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, and they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense. They shall show forth the praise of the Lord.
Got brothers burning a little incense, a little thing called a little censer. Man, we're gonna have them life-size censer, the big ass. You know what I mean? We're gonna really. It's not gonna be that shit that smells like. It's gonna be all pure. All right? You're gonna get them censers. You're gonna get them big pieces of incense, man. Where it's gonna go up to the heavens, man. That's the type of things we're gonna get, man. Go ahead.
It says, they shall bring gold and incense, they shall shew forth the praise of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Libya shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory before
You get me that, man. All right? See, that's where they're going with it, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. All right? You got it? Found it? Go ahead, bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 60. And I'm going to begin at
You
verse...
guys are Israelites, man. You guys are sons of God, eh? You guys are sons of God. Remember that. Don't forget that, man. Benjamites. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 16. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles.
Right.
And shalt suck the breast of kings.
What does that mean? That means they're gonna take care of us, whatever we need. They're gonna minister unto us, man. All right? Or you need more gold, or you need more precious stones. Or we got jasper in our country. You know? Do you need us to go and mine jasper? Khan, go mine some jasper.
Free.
Free? What do you mean free? Of course free.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
And Harry Kush is not going to get the praise for it. Harry Selassie, that monkey's not going to get the praise for it, man. It's going to be the God of the Israelites, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Right. That's who's going to get the praise for it, man. And there going to be no confusion in that day, man. Go ahead.
Verse 17, for brass I will bring gold.
That's right.
And for iron I will bring silver.
That's right.
And for wood, brass.
That's it.
And for stones.
So gold is going to be like brass to us in that day, man. All right? These other nations are going to bring us so much gold, it's going to be like brass. All right? And it's going to be continuous. It says our gate shall be open continually. So it's going to be coming in like clockwork, bro. Matter of fact, when Esau came over to Puerto Rico, you had them Ephraimites, they were playing with gold, and they were playing with precious stones, you know? They're like, oh shit. You know, Esau's eyes got big. Yo, they're covetous. Right? But guess what? It's going to be on a way higher level than that. That's why it was called Puerto Rico. What does Puerto Rico mean? Port of riches. Go ahead.
Something real quick. This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse, I'm going to begin at verse 9. Blessed be the Lord power, which delighted in thee, and to set thee on the throne of Israel. Because the Lord loved Israel forever,
right.
Therefore made he thee king.
He loved Israel forever. He didn't love these other nations. He loved Israel forever. Go ahead.
To do judgment and justice. And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of spices very great store.
Yo, you know what a talent is? A lot, man. A talent is heavy. You see what I'm saying? But in the kingdom, they're going to be continually bringing talents to us, man. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
And precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these, which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon.
But that's it. But you see, at the end of the day, guess what? They're going to bring that to us again, man. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Amos. Bring it out.
Isaiah 49:23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
What, right? Even their kings and their princes, they're going to bow down to us, man. All right? And that's going to be a sign to the rest of them, man. When they see their elites bowing, when they see the Rothschilds and the decrepit ugly queen, if she's still alive, right? Right? Guess what? That's going to be, oh shit, they're bowing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, finish that off.
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to lick up the dust of our, in other words, they're going to bow down to us, man. All this pride is going to be done away with, man. This arrogancy, that's for now. You see, when the society breaks down, all these arrogant looks, these women with these arrogant looks, that's done. All right? They're gonna, oh, please help me. And we're going to put up the middle finger.
That's right.
All right? You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
That's the time we're coming to, man.
Yes.
The time where the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are going to be winning, man. Going to be taking the W, man. All right? Not the rest of these people, man. The scripture says what? That he shall make a man more precious than fine gold, man. Even in the golden wedge of Ophir, man. All them women faking like they're men. We're gonna see. We're gonna see the true masculine spirit in that day, man. You're gonna have to bring it out. You're gonna have to bring it out. You're gonna have to dig within, man. Because soon people are gonna be killing food out here, man.
Right.
So we're gonna see all that back shaft in that day, man. Right. They're gonna be groveling at our feet, man. Give me Isaiah 4:1, baby. Give me Isaiah 4:1, man.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
7 women are going to take hold of one. That's polygamy, baby. They're gonna learn it. That's right. And they're gonna be with it. That's right. Why? Because the food is gonna be scarce and it's gonna be hell out here, man. That's prophecy. They ain't speaking of prophecies over there. We're telling you the real deal, Holyfield. That's right. We're giving you the 100% truth according to the Bible. They're giving you lies and fluff. Jesus loves. That's not what the Bible's all about. The Bible's also about destruction. The Bible's also about vengeance. The Bible's also about bringing back the children of Israel. Go ahead, man. What you got, brother?
This is Isaiah 32 and verse 2.
Yeah.
And the man shall be as a hiding place from the wind.
Right.
And
What does the wind represent? That represents the hell, the destruction, the tribulation, man. That's what a man is going to be, as a hiding place from that destruction, that tribulation. Especially a man of the Lord. Especially an elect man of the Lord, man. Okay? We're not the same as these other dudes out here, man. They're not going to know what's going on.
Right.
They're going to be scared. They're going to be in straits. All right? I had visions of that, man. I had visions where these people were going crazy. All right? And then I was just sitting there calm. Right? And then the woman came up to me with her man, like, oh, you should be calm like him. Because they're not going to know what's going on in that time, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, man. Give me Isaiah 33.
Isaiah 33 and verse 6.
Let's go. Bring it up.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy
And
time.
we were blessed with the wisdom and knowledge that Yahweh Shai gave unto us, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. Like when this whole C-19 came, these people were nervous. They didn't know what to do, man. I was laughing. I was rejoicing, man. I was laughing. They had 8 masks on at my work, bro. They had the gloves on when I used to work at that place. You see what I'm saying? I was laughing at these people, man. I'm like, what's your problem? What's your problem, man? You see what I'm saying? Because they don't have the spirit of the Lord on them, man.
right.
We knew these things were coming, man. Because it's going to get worse. Gas prices are going to go through the roof again.
That's right.
It's going to keep rising, man. To the point you're going to have to try to get an electric car. But then that's going to be out of stock. So then you're just going to have to walk to where you got to go, man. That's what we're coming to, man. And then there ain't going to be no food in the stores. All right? So if you're on the street, guess what? You ain't going to have no food. But if you're in the house, you ain't going to have no food either.
That's right.
Go ahead, man. Bring it up, man.
This is 2 Ezra 14 and verse 16.
Yep.
For yet greater evils than those.
They thought the C-19 was bad. Oh my God, the COVID. Now, guess what? There's greater evils coming, man. Go ahead.
Greater evils than those which
Right.
God has seen happen
Right.
shall be done hereafter.
That's right. All right. And that's what's going to happen, man. Famine, pestilence, wild beasts out here in the cities. I'm talking about the first world country. I ain't talking about India. I ain't talking about the South America or Jamaica. I'm talking about here. All right.
This is the book of 2 Ezra.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Bring on precepts. Go ahead.
Book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Right. The Heavenly Father's bringing that destruction, man. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their
That's
hands.
civil war. Civil war is going to be all over the place, man. All right. Why? Because there's going to be a fighting for resources, right? Fighting because they're going to blame different people for the situation. Go ahead.
And there shall be sedition among men,
Right.
and evading one another.
Right.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Meaning they're not going to regard the government, man. All right. It's going to be lawlessness out here. You seen the movie The Purge? That's coming here. All right. To America, that's coming here. Right. Go watch The Purge. Go watch that. That's coming here. See, these people trust me. These people are going to see it, man. They're going to see it, and they're going to remember that they heard us, man. Go ahead.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right.
For because of their pride,
Right.
the city shall be troubled.
And these people are full of pride, man. All right, and that pride is going into arrogance, man. Right, their nose up in the air. These women, they got their nose up in the air. These men, nose up in the air. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord is going to humble all these. The proud look shall be. Get me that, man. The Lord is going to humble all these people. When you don't eat for a week, trust me, there's no more pride in you, man. Okay? You're not looking about getting your makeup done. What you're worried about is survival in that day. That's the time we're coming to, man. And a lot of these dudes, they're soy boys, man. They ain't got no, you know? So the women are going to be through, and then the men are going to be through. So only the men of the Lord is going to stand, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Men are going to be afraid. Mighty men are going to be as women. Go ahead.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbors.
Right.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods
Right.
because of lack of bread.
Because of what when that lack of bread comes, bro, when the food, the stores start to be empty, man, you're gonna see the true colors of these people you thought were cool, that you used to drink beers with, all right? That you used to go to them Christmas parties with. You're gonna see the true nature, man. The neighbor used to bring the barbecues, man. He's gonna be looking to barbecue you. That's the time we're coming to, man.
and for great tribulation.
That's it. Because what? That lack of bread is going to be a great determining factor, man. When that bread goes down, these people don't know what to do, man. All right? They're going to be groveling, all right? Looking for something to eat. And they're going to resort to cannibalism. Right. Go ahead, man.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 9.
Right.
They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
This is next, man. They're going to pine away soon, man. All this pride that these people got, the pride of life, the Instagram and the Snapchat and all these things that these people got gassing up these people's heads, especially these women. That's all going to be humbled in that day, man. All that crap is going to go down the window, man. Out the window, down the toilet. Boy, brother.
This is
Hold on. I'm going to get this. Go ahead.
2 Ezra 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
Right.
The woman shall mourn, having no husband.
Right, because they're going to need a husband. They're going to need a man in that day. See, that I don't need a man. That's for now. Right. That's for the first world. That's first world problems. Right. You see, when this place breaks down and gas is, forget about gas. There's no gas left. You know what I'm saying? And there's no food left. Then that's when they're going to humble down, man. They're going to get that inner spirit of submission, man.
That's right.
All right? But a lot of them are going to get kicked to the curb. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because they talk about that misogyny or whatever. That never happened. Back in the day, men didn't hate women. They never hated women. They looked at women like, we got to take care of them. Right. Now they're like, men actually hate women. There's men out here that actually have a hatred, man. You got that MGTOW movement. Now they actually hate women. So what's going to happen when society breaks down now? It's going to be terrible, man. See, even back then, chivalry was gone when society broke down. But now, yo, the ones who couldn't get none before, they're going to get what they want to get. All right? That's the time that's coming.
That's right.
Great tribulation is coming to this earth, man.
That's right.
And the prideful looks of these people is going to be humble. The laughter is going to done. Oh, it says they shall not drink wine with a song. Give me that, man. That time is done, man.
That's right.
See, because we're tired of you people, man. Yahweh Shimei Shai is tired of you people, man. Right. You people are wicked as hell, man. Prideful, all right? Doing everything against the Lord, all right? Boasting yourself, they declare their sin as Sodom. They got Pride Month and no one has nothing to say about it, man. Oh, as long as it doesn't affect me, well, you're going to die with them, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
This is Isaiah 24 and verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Right. All these people you see drinking lattes and walking by with the smoothie in their hand and the ice cream cones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The shopping bags, right? The sunglasses on. All that's going to be done away with, man. Go ahead.
The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the heart ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with the song.
Right, because now you might drink wine and have fun, right? You got them on Instagram, on Snapchat, they try to have fun with the wine, right? Yeah, they do the zoom in and out, right? Right? That time is done. They ain't gonna take no picture, they're gonna drink it straight for sorrow purposes, man. And then after that, they can't afford wine. Soon they're not gonna be able to afford wine. Listen, the liquor's constantly going up, man. All right? Yo, Hennessy went up like $10, bro, within the last year, bro. Okay, last year and a half, it went up like $10. They have no clue what's getting ready to come, man. Go ahead, man.
They shall not drink wine with a strong drink.
Right.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Right. That's it. Hold on, go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Yeah, that arrogant look, all that arrogance that these people got, that's going out the window. That's for now. Let them have their fun, man. Let them have their fun, man. Let them keep their nose up. Let them have that. Because the times to come, they shall moan and weep.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
That's right.
And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Like I said, when you don't have food in your belly, you haven't ate for 3 days, there's no more pride. That's right. Pride is done. You see what I'm saying? Humbleness comes on you.
That's right.
All right? I don't care how arrogant you are. You're going to be humble in that day. Or even Antiochus got humbled, man.
That's right.
Right? He did all that wickedness to our people. Get what the Lord do? He cursed them and made them rot from the inside out, man. Go ahead, man.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 6 and verse 22.
And spiritually, you Edomites, you so-called white people, you're going to rot from the inside out by Yahweh Shimei Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right. Asia, IGA, empty. Maxi, empty. Dépanneur, empty, man. All these places are going to be empty soon, man. All right? And guess what? That's coming from the Lord for punishment, man. All right? So all this pride these people got, hey, you got to laugh at these people. You know, poor thing, poor child, poor thing. Because they have no clue what's getting ready to come upon them, man. Go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 15 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Right.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Right.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
And war is going to be another thing. Listen, the Lord is setting up domino effects, man.
That's right.
War is going to causes shortages as well. World wars, yo, bro, there's famines because of world wars. So you already have a famine being started before a world war starts, which is getting ready to come too. The Lord is setting up a major, major judgment for these people, man. They don't see it, and they're still in la la land. They're still thinking about retirement and shit. Like, listen, there's not gonna be no retirement in this place, man. Let me be the first to tell you, man. This place is going down quick.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
It reads on.
Got you. Give me a second.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
Yep.
The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, when these evils are getting ready to come. All right, the Lord's already, he's just slightly opening the door. You're going to know when these evils that we've been speaking about are here for real. Go ahead.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendments.
That's it. Right. You see, trust me, man. I can't wait to see the humble look in you people. You see, guess what? In that time, that's when we shine. That's when the elect shines. The elect shines in the time of tribulation. All right? When these people are going down, we're going up. While their stocks, you see how Bitcoin crashed and all that? As their stock goes up, our stock goes as their stock goes down, our stock goes up. And their stock is falling very rapidly, man. Give me Isaiah 65. What do you got? Bring it up.
Luke 21 and 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And take heed to yourself, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the care of this life, so that that day come upon you unaware.
Right, because surfeiting is what? Like overeating. All right? So these people, they're living so good, you know, ordering Uber Eats every day. I feel snackish. And they order a whole pizza. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know, they're drinking every day. You see what I'm saying? So all that stuff that they're doing, because they're not taking care of what's about to come. Yeah. All right? So when that hits them, it's going to hit them even worse. That's what we say it's going to hit the first world countries worse, because these people are so used to comfort. They're so used to the luxuries of this life. Going in a dépanneur to get chips or whatever. You got certain third world countries, they don't have that luxury. So when that hell comes upon them, it's just like another, you know, okay, it's bad, but okay, we can deal with it. They're not going to be able to deal with it here, man. Well, finish that off?
For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore.
As a snare. Does a snare announce itself? Does it have a lights on it? No, this is a snare. With a sign on it? No. The snare comes with you, gets you suddenly, man. You step on it without seeing it. So it's a snare to these people, but we see the snare already. So we're walking right around the snare through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. There's more? Go ahead.
Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things.
Right, and who's going to make us to escape? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Give me Proverbs 18 and 10. Go ahead.
That ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass,
right,
to stand before the Son of Man.
Right, we're looking to be accounted worthy, man. See, these people, the majority of these people are not counted worthy. The majority of Jake is not worthy. All right? They're worthy for judgment. You got it?
Come on, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
That's right. So we're dealing with that. We're dealing with the strong tower. We're not dealing with this world trusting in Egypt, man. You Jake's trusting in Egypt, you're gonna be ashamed soon. Egypt's gonna show you that it's not for you. All right, give me Isaiah 36. Give me Isaiah 36 and 6, man.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed,
right,
on Egypt.
So leaning on Egypt is like leaning on a broken staff. Go ahead.
Whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand,
Right.
and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
He'll give me that. That's it. So when you trust in this devil, and who's the modern day Pharaoh? These Edomites. All right. When you trust in them, trust me, they're gonna stab you in the back. That's what that's dealing with. Okay. Because that's what Esau's always done. He never kept a treaty. At least the ancient Egyptians, I'm sure they kept some treaties. Esau doesn't keep treaties, man. As soon as it doesn't benefit him like he wants, he does away with it. That's what he did with the Native Americans, man. That's what he did with everybody. All right? But Gad, they had hundreds of treaties with Esau, man. And they broke every single one of them. Not one did they keep. So it's showing you this man is the devil. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 23 and 31. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth its color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent,
Right.
and stingeth like an adder.
Well, that's Esau, but ultimately the wine, you can say Esau's philosophies. Go ahead. Trust him in this devil. Go ahead.
Psalms 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
That's E for you, man. Or you got Bill Gates, he comes on, he puts his hands like this, and he got his legs crossed like a fucking, yo. You know what I want to say, man? All right? And he's speaking all soft and effeminate, right? But guess what? Read that again.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter,
Right.
but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart, man. But he's the devil. He's a violent man. You see? He got that stance like he's just an effeminate, like he wouldn't hurt a fly, but he's a violent man. That's why he's buying up all the farmland. He ain't buying it up to help you people. It's a big setup, man. Go ahead, bro.
The words, sound like his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Right.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
This man is clearly showing that he's your enemy. I don't know how much more you need, man. I don't know how much more see, because you Jakes don't do no research, man. You Jakes listen to what Esau says in the school system, and you take that for face value. You don't do no research, man. If you did some research, you see this man is Satan. All right? Don't you know they used to have carnivals, and they used to have black babies in the carnival with the hole there, and they used to shoot baseballs, like how you shoot baseballs at them different markers now to make the guy drop in the water. They used to shoot the actual baseballs at black infants, man. A lot of times they'll go blind, all right? They'll get brain damage and shit, right? So they had that at their carnival. So this man is Satan. You understand what I'm saying to you? He just likes cruelty. He just, the tender mercies of the wicked. That's just how Esau is. That's what you don't get. It's in their nature. It's not like Esau, he has to practice it. Oh, I get it, he learned to be racist. No, it's in Esau's spirit. You have to understand that. It's a spiritual thing, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching,
Right.
yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
You gotta beware this devil. You gotta keep watching this devil. Everything Esau brings out, we gotta fact check. We don't trust it like that. Right? Even if it's something that ties with the scriptures, it could have been a false flag. That Esau's a demon. Go ahead.
Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Salaki, read that again, brother.
Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because they despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon,
Right.
therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Right, because if they trusted in this word, wouldn't they be lined up here to listen? Wouldn't they be trying to take notes and learn the truth, learn the scriptures? Right? Right? So obviously they don't trust in this word. They trust in what Esau puts on the TV. Okay? What CBS says or whatever, man. All right? That's what they trust in. They don't trust in what the words of the Lord.
Swelling out in the high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 6. My people had been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill.
Well, that's it. They've got, meaning what? They kept trusting in the governments that they were under. All right, which couldn't help them. Go ahead.
They have forgotten their resting place.
Right. Go ahead. You got it? Go ahead, bring it up. Let me get Isaiah 1 and 3 first.
The book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knows its owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
Right. Israel does not know, my people does not consider that what? That they're the sons of God. That they're the Israelites, man. That's why we got to come out here and tell them. That's why we got to tell you who your true nationality is, man. That you're not black, Jamaican, or Haitian. All right? That you're really an Israelite. Right. On your respective tribes, man. Latino. No, you're an Israelite. Okay? Is that something else? Okay?
A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evil doers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. You are gone away backwards.
And this is why you Jakes are in the condition you're in. The Lord put you in that position. Why? Because you disobeyed him. Every time he sent prophets, man, just like what we're doing, they despised the prophets. You see what I'm saying? They didn't listen to the prophet. They didn't take heed. So what? Oh, the same thing with Noah, right? Noah was prophesying, right? But they didn't want to listen to Noah. So what happened? Judgment came, man. So that's why we don't feel sorry when judgment comes for you, Jakes, man. Because the Lord always sends prophets to let you know what's up. And that's what we're doing, okay? We're not doing this out of our own will. We're doing this because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, commissioned us to do this.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Chronicles 36 and 15. And the Lord, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
That's it. That's why he sent the messengers, man. Because he had compassion upon us, man. Oh, get me the one. Where are you at? Get me the one in where's that? In Matthews, where it speaks about how he sent, and then he sent his son lastly, and they beat him or whatever. Go ahead, get that.
It says, but they mocked the messengers of the Lord.
Right.
It's like they mocked the messengers of the Most High.
Right.
And despised his words.
And that's the right.
And misused his prophets.
That's all they're doing is misusing the prophets. The prophets is here so you can learn. They're not even learning for the prophets, man. Because see, you got to sign corruption, police. See? So everyone knows this place is corrupt, man. Everyone knows this place is corrupt because this is the man of sin ruling, man, the so-called white man, the Edomite. It's never going to be righteous, man. You see, when is righteousness going to come? When Yahweh Shai comes on the earth.
That's right.
And he establishes his kingdom. Right. Okay, with the Israelites under him. Not this madness. Go ahead, so it says,
and they misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people,
right,
till there was no remedy.
Right. And now you have no remedy. The scripture says that no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem you, man. Because he wounded you with the wound of an enemy. That's it. All right? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 15, and verse 22.
Right.
If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Right, because we've been out here. So these people passing by, they don't have no excuse when that judgment comes upon them. Oh, God, help me. No, the most I would say, listen, man, good for you, man. Such as to the sword. I got you, brother. This is the book of. You want to know? Yeah. That's the Lord giving you people some attitude, man. Yeah. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15 and 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people.
Right.
Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said the Lord, such as are for death,
right,
to death.
In other words, the Lord is not having that hedge over you no more. Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword, to the sword. And such as are for the famine, to the famine. And such as are for the captivity, to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord. Right. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, to destroy, right, to devour, and destroy.
Right. So listen, you got starving dogs out here, right? Let's say you got a whole, because a lot of people are not going to have the heart to kill their dogs, right? So they might just let them go. But they're starving, so they want food. And they come and they see you. What are they going to do? They're going to eat you. All right? If you don't have the hedge of the Lord. See, we're protected by Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and the angels, but these people do not have that hedge. There's a lot of things the Lord is setting up for this place for judgment, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of the
And we're the
world.
only ones that sign and crying for the abominations. In other words, speaking against the wickedness that goes on in this society, man. All right? Everyone else is with it. Everyone else is bowing down to Esau's will and whatever he promotes in the society, man. Go ahead.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
That's what he's saying to the angel. He's telling the angel, listen, don't have pity on these people. Go kill anyone who doesn't have that mark of exemption, which is that hedge, man. All right, go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young,
Right.
both maids and little children,
Yep.
and women.
So all these people are going to get it that are not under the banner of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Specifically dealing with our people, because our people are the sons of God.
Right.
Our people are the children of God. So they're the only ones who can turn to the Lord anyway. What you got, bro? Listen, oh, there's been more slide.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Right.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Proverbs 124, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof.
Right, they didn't want the reproof for the counsel of the Lord. Oh, well, where's God? Why did God speak to us? Well, this is a miracle right here. This is the Most High speaking to you right here.
Right.
All right? He raised us up to preach His word, and we have the complete understanding of His word.
Right.
You can't go to these guys and see, the last guy who did that, he went to them and asked them questions, and then he came to us, and he got the understanding from us.
That's right.
They couldn't give him the answer, because the Lord is not dealing with them, man. The Lord is dealing with us, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cried without.
Right.
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
Yep.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates.
Yep.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
That's it. Because you hate the knowledge that's being given to you. This is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is the secret to the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
Yep.
When your fear cometh.
See, so the Lord is going to mock when your fear cometh, when your destruction cometh. Go ahead. Because why? Because we've been out here, right?
That's right.
We've been telling you what to do, right?
That's right.
See, and all around the world, we got brothers doing the same thing, right? So when they don't hear it, when they get judgment, that's good for them.
That's right.
That's good. You see? Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
Right.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
You see, He's not going to answer them. Go ahead.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right.
For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Right.
They were none of my
See, because
counsel.
they don't have the fear of the Lord. That's the problem. That's why they don't fear His messages. You see what I'm saying to you? If you had the fear of the Lord, you would fear His messages, right? Go ahead.
They were none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices.
Right.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
Right. Why did it say the prosperity of fools shall destroy? Because they feel like they're living good now. That's it. They don't have to listen to nothing. Well, trust me, all that's going to go to waste. All that's going to go to nothing. All right? When this whole economy crashes, all right? And you're back to square one. Everyone's back to square one. All right? Except for the elites. They're going to know. When there's no food in these stores, they're going to know. All right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and the wise king is the upholding of the people.
Right. Read that again.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and the wise king is the upholding of the people.
That's right. You gotta have a wise king. All right. But if a man is not wise, well, that's why he has to be taken out of power. Okay, because he's destroying the earth by his foolishness, right? Okay. Go ahead, Zabak.
Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
That's right.
How then shall they call upon him whom they
But
have
does
not
that mean
believed?
anybody? Because the scriptures also said they will say, Lord, Lord, get me that. Right? It's not speaking about just anybody. It's the elect of our people, the elect. All right? The ones who are coming in the right spirit. The rest are going to die off. The scriptures say that. Zechariah 13 and 8, man. Go ahead. Doesn't matter whether you know the name or not. It's about what you're doing. There's plenty of people called on a name that were not right. Go ahead, bro.
How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe on him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Right.
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Right. How can we preach unless we be sent? Which preach goes into what? Prophesying, man. Right? You can't prophesy unless you were sent. You see, because we're saying things before it happens, man. And they're gonna know, and they're gonna, oh, thus shall they know a prophet has been among them. That's what they're gonna know, man. That's when they're gonna remember, man. And they're gonna be looking for any so-called black man they can find with a beard, man. All right? Do you know? You know Yahushua? What are you talking about, man? Do you have bread? And he's just gonna. The person they're asking, do you have bread? Go ahead, man.
As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings
Right.
of good things.
Right.
But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who hath believed our report?
Right.
So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But I say, they have not heard. But I say, they have not heard. Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth.
Right. And how is that sound went through all the earth in this day and age? It's through the internet. That's how the Lord brought it through all the earth, man. So now everyone can hear it. You got brothers in Tanzania, man. You got brothers in Italy, brothers all over the earth, man, doing the same thing. So that's the Lord bringing it throughout all the earth, man. Lord.
Yes, verily, their sounds went into all the earth, and their words unto the end of the world.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Oh, hold on. Before you read that, Salakia, read what Acts for the Lord. Read that. And I want him to get this. This is okay, read this verse. Go ahead.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 18, and verse 10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, The Most High, I thank thee, that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican.
So he was bigging up himself. He thought he was all righteous. You see what I'm saying to you? Well, guess what? He was calling on the name of the Lord too, right? Go ahead.
I fast twice in the week. I give tithes, all that I possess.
Right.
And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto
So
heaven.
he was humble. The publican came humble. He kept his eyes on the ground type of thing. You know? Go ahead.
But smote upon his breast,
Right.
saying, The Most High be merciful to me,
Right.
a sinner.
Right.
I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other.
Right. So it doesn't matter if you know the name or not. If you're not coming in the right spirit, the Lord is not accepting you, man. And you're not going to be justified, man. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand when it says Lord, Lord, right? When it says anyone who calls on the name of the Lord, that's speaking of the elect. Go ahead.
For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
What'd you say?
For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased,
Right.
and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
Right. That's it. Okay. Go ahead, brother. Oh no, hold on. I'm lost. Go ahead. Bring that up.
Matthew 7 and 22.
That's what you had? 21. Start at 21.
Start at 21.
Okay, Machai, let Machai read.
Okay.
Machai, go ahead, read.
This is Matthew 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils,
Right.
and in thy name done many wonderful works?
Right.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Right. So it's not just anyone who's going to make it. You have to be of the elect. You have to be in the right spirit. Okay? Because you're going to have people that's going to try to switch in the last minute, you know. They got the name, you know, they scoff, but then they got the name written down just in case on their wall. You know, just in case. You know? Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 145 and verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him. Right. To all them that call upon him in truth.
Beautiful. That's it. That call upon him in truth. You can't just call upon, you got to call in truth. You got to come in sincerity, man. Right. All right? You can't come like how the Pharisee came. You have to come in sincerity, man. You know, in a humble spirit. Oh, give me the sacrifice of the Most High. Right? You know? Go ahead.
Luke 13 and 24. Luke 13 and 24.
Right.
Strive to enter at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in, and shall not be able. When once the master of the house is risen up, and has shut up the door, and ye begin to stand without, and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall say unto you, I know you not, whence ye are. Then shall ye begin to say,
right, because when the chariots come and all that destruction is here, and the chariots come, these people are going to want to get into the chariots, man. They're going to remember what we said. You see? Go ahead.
Then shall ye begin to say,
this kingdom is going to be fucking destroyed, man. Go ahead, man.
Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drunken in thy presence, and thou hast taught us in our streets.
Yeah.
But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not, whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity.
Yeah, depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, man. Right? Because they weren't doing the right thing. Right? But then they try to think they can turn to the Lord. The Lord is not a genie. All right? He's not a genie. You just rub the bottle and he'll appear unto you. No, you got to do the right thing. Go ahead.
This is Micah 3 and verse 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. Right. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings.
That's it. So it's all about your doings and ultimately the spirit. Okay? So the Lord is seeing that, man. All right? So you're not going to be able to trick the Heavenly Father at the last minute and call on his no. He knows there's a time for mercy. You got to repent before the time of mercy closes. You see what I'm saying? If you don't, that's your problem. Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Right. You have to be doing basically the opposite of the world. The world is swimming downstream. You're supposed to be swimming upstream, man. All right? Because they don't, you know, everything they're talking about is wickedness, is against the Lord, man. Because that's the direction of the society, man. That's why, what are they starting to push now? The Satanism, man. And they're going to get more blatant with it, because that's one of the plans of the elites. At the end, they want to basically tell everyone what they're about. So they're not hiding it now. Now everything's about the alphabet. They got a month for the alphabet now. You see what I'm saying? They're pushing on the children. Or the cop cars got the alphabet flag in the back. So that's what they protect. They protect wickedness. And I looked around, I went to the restaurant the other day, I see there's more of these weirdo people. No. You know? More chicks got the, you know, but it's like, wait a minute, that's a chick, you know, but then she got the breast tied up. Come on, man. This is the land of, this is following after the land of confusion, which is America, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Amos 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom.
Right.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
The Lord sees all of this madness, man. And he's writing it down, and he's waiting for the judgment, man. Right. The judgment is about to come. All right? These people don't see we see the signs, bro. Give me Matthew the 24th chapter, bro. Go ahead.
I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Right. Like you can see there was a big shift in the earth in the last 10 years, man. Yeah. Right? You go back to the 90s and the early 2000s, it was different. Bro, there wasn't this much sluts walking around, bro. All right? You could at least find a chick that was somewhat okay. Yeah. You can deal with it. Yeah. Now, forget about it, bro. The average chick is doing OnlyFans, escorting on the side. These chicks who think it's regular chicks, they done did escorting, bro. Back in the day, I was like ashamed in the 90s. Yeah. You call your escort, the other chick will be talking about it. Actually, an escort. Come on, bro. Now that's what you got out here, bro. All right? 100 bodies. Now you got a wife that. 100%. So you could go into a restaurant at any given day, everybody in the restaurant could have been with your so-called wife. This place needs to be destroyed. It needs to be restarted. Give me 2 Peter 3 and 13, man. It's a disgusting place, man.
This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. And it reads,
But then you still gotta fight, and you still gotta try to them they want you to oppress them too. What the fuck? What? But guess what? The thug nigga, so next day, all he had the same night he smashed. You understand what I'm saying to you? But you gotta jump over hoops. Get the fuck out of here, man. This place needs to be destroyed. Go ahead, man.
This is Jeremiah 3 and verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Right.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
You see, in the ancient world, man wasn't letting go of their wife and then going back after she dealt with another man. That was like a polluted land. But now they break up, they get back together. And while they were breaking up that little break period, right? What was she doing? She wasn't reading the Bible. All right? She was dealing with next men, bro. All right? Like I told brothers, before she met you, while she's talking and she ain't reading the Bible. Oh, no, this is Proverbs 30. No. You know? With the glasses, you don't put it. Nah, bro. All right? She's doing what she do, man. She's being a smut just like the rest of these hoes, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? And you got to deal with that. This is supposed to be the kingdom we're supposed to fight for, right? Imagine if it's like that now, imagine in 5 years. The average chick, she don't have 100 bodies by she's 18. She's not doing it, she's off in the society. That's what it's going to be. Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 13.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth,
Right.
wherein dwelleth righteousness.
We're looking for a whole new rulership, man. And that rulership is the rulership of Yahweh Shai, man. That's where order is going to be set up. And by the way, they're not going to have the demons they have in this society on them either. All right? Neither are these men going to have the demons on them. Okay? Everything's going to be in order. The children are going to be in order, man. All right? The food is going to be in order. You're going to be eating no GMO. In the kingdom, there's not going to be a label, the organic section. All the food is going to be organic and good. Okay? You understand? In this kingdom, everything is all defiled, man. Oh, matter of fact, get me, go ahead, but go on, give me a second. Get me Ezekiel the 4th chapter, shall eat their food defiled. Go ahead.
Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked.
Right.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
That's right.
For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Right. And all these people, they've sold something. Everyone has sold something. All right? So you're going to reap what you sow. If you're not sowing with the words of Yahweh Shai, then you're going to reap that judgment, man. Go ahead.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Well, that's what we're doing, right? We're setting up treasures in heaven. That's sowing to the Spirit. Okay? Go ahead.
And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
So you have to continue to the end. That's the key. All right? You got something else?
This is Revelation 21 and 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are
everything has to be new, and that word new is renewed. Everything has to be renewed in here, man. This is too much, bro. It's too much in this place, man. Everywhere you look, there's wickedness. Everything you look is backwards. It's oppression. You know? They blaspheme the Most High daily. You know what I'm saying to you? They push things against the law daily. Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 24 and verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right.
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant.
That's what they did. All right? They changed the laws. They broke the everlasting covenant, man. You see that? You see? They put the woman over the man, or they're turning things upside down. Maybe that. They put the children all out of order. You know? That's what they push. Because now, if you beat your child, now you're abusive. Go ahead.
This is Job 10, and verse, I'm going to start 21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
Right.
A land of darkness as darkness itself,
Right.
and of the shadow of death without any order.
Right.
And where the light is as darkness.
So that's it. All right. That's why it says that the morning is like the shadow of death unto them. You see what I'm saying? Because it's dark, you know, they want to stay in the dark and do their wickedness, man. But when the light comes on, they're like, I turn that light out. And when you're sleeping, right, you're in a deep sleep, somebody puts on a bright light, you get angry, right? Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down
Right.
shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's happening, man. Esau done turned this whole earth upside down, man. He done messed up the whole order of things, man. Okay? And he's been pushing it heavy in these latter years, man. These last 20 years or whatever. He's been pushing that heavy, man. That disorder. Really, you can say by the time of the 70s. And that's when the Lord started taking down. Okay? Because that's when they went into outer space, right? You read it in Obadiah, right? So ultimately, man, this place gotta go. It's too much confusion, too much wickedness. All right? Go ahead.
Go ahead. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Right.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Right.
That put bitter for
Right, so they'll tell you it's good that if you deal with two men together, that's good, right? They got the ad with two buns, and then two top buns and the two bottom buns. That's good, like that makes sense, right? But then if you try to get an extra wife, they'll arrest you. Oh, no, that's against the law. You can't have two wives. What? So that's putting light for darkness and darkness is for light, man. Read that again.
This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And that's what they do, and that's all they do is indoctrinate these children, especially in the colleges, man. Right? Now they're starting in the elementary, but when you get to college, bro, they super indoctrinate you, man. All right? Everybody's a weirdo, man. They got those long straight pants. Those youngins, they wear the long straight pants. They're baggy, but they're all straight. They're short. Yeah, sometimes they're short. Yeah, right. You know, bunch of degenerate purple dreads.
Emos.
The big boots. You got the big shoes. Right? Bug outs, man. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 32.
Yep.
For their vine is the vine of Sodom,
Right.
and of the fields of Gomorrah.
What was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah? All kind of sexual perversion, man. All right. What else? Adultery, obviously. Right. You know, there's all manner of wickedness. They're probably practicing women over the men. All kind of madness, bestiality, all kind of wickedness. The same thing that goes on in this society, man. What?
For their vine is the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah.
Right.
Their grapes are grapes of gall.
Yep.
Their clusters are bitter.
Right.
Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps.
That's it. It's cruel, man. And the scripture says, like I read before, you shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? That's what they're doing with all this wickedness, man. Oh, get me, get me with Lot. Get me the account with Lot. How he was, the conversation. This is what's going on here, man. Go ahead, brother.
Salak 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, and that's Esau, man. All right? That's Esau. Esau's a vile person. So that's what the people are all about, man. Okay? They're following after the rulers of this earth, right? That's what?
An unwise king destroy his people.
Right.
But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, and he's not just destroying them by physically, but also spiritually by his philosophies, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is a book by
You're an
Isaiah.
Israelite, brother. You're an Israelite, brother, all right?
Isaiah chapter,
You're a son of God. You're a son of God. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 9.
One more. Go ahead, bring it up.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Yep.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Who's the one that's profitable? The Lord, Yahweh Shai. Right? He's coming to deliver us out of this situation, man. All right? He said he's coming to make the captives free. Right? Right? Who's the captives, man? Us, the Israelites, man. We're the captives, man. Not these other nations, man. All right? The Israelites are the captives that have been in this state for so long because of the punishment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
But now he's going to raise us up. We're in the time where he's going to raise us back up over our enemies, man. What, Amos?
2nd Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
All right. So this place is going out bitter. It came in bitter, it's going out bitter. And by the way, the word America means bitter. Go ahead.
And the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past.
Whoa. Let's tie that with 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Go ahead, brother, get that quickly. What you got, brother? Go ahead. You got it ready? Go, bring it
2nd
up.
Ezra 6 and verse 7.
Come on.
Then answered I and said, when shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yep.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of
So
him.
it all goes back to Jacob and Esau, man. Who's Jacob? Who's Esau? Esau is the rulers of this earth right now, right? The so-called, who they call themselves, so-called white people, all right? Those are the Edomites, according to the Bible. Now, the Israelites are you so-called blacks, you Latinos, and Native Americans,
Right.
okay? And the reason you went into captivity under the Edomites is because you went against the Heavenly Father,
That's right.
right? So now he punished you, and now he's going to bring you out of that punishment, starting with the elect. Go ahead.
Jacob's hand hath first the heel of Esau.
Right.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau is the end of the world, okay? Esau is the end of the world, all right? Now we're in the end of the world. And that's why it says what? The day of doom shall be the end of this time. Get me Proverbs 16 and 4. Okay?
This is the book of
The
Proverbs.
day of doom shall be the end of this time. We're coming to the day of doom.
That's right.
So if you think the day of doom is, we got a little lockdown, but we can go get to the depth of nerve. No, that's not the day. The day of doom is when all of this that we're speaking about culminates. And we're in that time. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
Right.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, so he created the Edomites, but he created them for the day of evil, or aka the day of doom. All right? And that's the time we're coming to, man. Go ahead.
Micah 5 and 15. I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
Right, that's it. Such as they have not heard. So it's going to be work. See, the Egyptians got drowned in the sea, right? He opened the sea, drowned them. That was light. The world got flooded by water. Compared to the earth, compared to what's happening, you're going to wish you could get flooded by water and get drowned that way. So that you wouldn't have to stay on the earth. Oh, the scriptures also say that men shall seek death. Well, if a brother could pull that up, that would be a major dagger. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 29. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction.
Right, that's it. And who's the wicked? The Edomites. All right, the rulers of this earth. Go ahead.
They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
That's it. So Esau and his people, they're going to be brought forth to the day of wrath, man. That's it. It's not complicated. That's what the Lord is preparing, man. See, they won for a time, but now they're about to lose. That's all. Go ahead.
This book of Revelation 9 and 6. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die.
How terrible is that, man? They're actually seeking to die, and they're not going to find it in that day. They're going to try to commit suicide. The Lord will keep their spirit in their body.
That's right.
Listen, the Lord is about to put forth a lot of judgment on this earth, man. Yep. All right? And we've been telling you, right? But they despise whatever. Well, that's good, because when they do that, they're doing that to the Lord.
That's right.
Give me that. They despise, or don't listen to you, don't listen to the Lord. Go ahead, man.
Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Right.
To what end is it? For you, the
Right.
day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
They think the day of the Lord is just, the Lord comes back and it's all normal, and they just could run to the chariot, say, I love Jesus, and get taken up. That's not how it's going to work, man. All right? First of all, his name is not Jesus. Let's start with that.
Right.
All right? And he's not a so-called white man with long stringy hair. He's an Israelite, a so-called black man with white woolly hair.
That's
all right?
right.
And he's coming back with vengeance. And he's only dealing with those that have been with him from the beginning. All right? Go ahead. That's it on that.
This
Go
is the
ahead.
latter part of Revelation 9 and 6. It says,
Yep.
and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Who shall desire to die, but death shall flee from them. Meaning what? They actually want to commit suicide in that day. When you're dying from starvation, that's your body eating itself from the inside out. And a lot of these people are going to face that. The majority of these people are going to get a taste of that. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Revelation 16:9. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the Most High,
Right.
which has power over these plagues.
Right.
And they repented not to give him glory.
Yeah, right. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 10, and the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the power of heaven because of their pains and their sores.
So they're going to start cursing the Most High. How can God do this? How can He let this happen? You know, the baby's going to die. Oh my God. And they're going to really start blaspheming in the heavens. All right? The Heavenly Father. You see what I'm saying to you? And a lot of them are going to have heard this word already. But like, son, you can't get it. See, look, block that rat. Okay, that's not but an overgrown Dominican rat. Go ahead, man.
And repented not of
Can't
their
even call him a
deeds.
Simeonite, man. He's not worthy of being called a Simeonite, man. Go ahead, man.
And repented not of their deeds.
Right. And then repent. You see? So you see, that's how stupid people are. They're mad at the situation they're in, right? Going through catching hell, but they don't want to turn to the Lord to actually change their ways. You know, like these women. That was the thing. Well, why? Why do you think that is? Because of your damn attitude and because you don't listen. I was talking to this one Filipino when she's a Jake. I said, yo, that's it. He's talking about, oh yeah, they got a lot of good looking black women at that Tropics place. Right? There's a one place called the Tropics, right? Some beautiful black women. I said, oh yeah, that's your speed, eh? I was like, no, I don't think black out. They're crazy. They're crazy. And they start breaking it down and shit. They'll argue. Anyway, what can I tell you for the argue, man? If I was going there, he's like, they'll argue with you about the dishes. They'll argue with you about premature attraction. I was crying, but I was cracking up. I had to leave, man. Go ahead, man. So they know, right? Even them Israelite foreigners, they're not flocking because everybody knows Judah's under a curse. Everyone knows the kingdom of Judah got the worst deal, man. You see, a lot of Jakes don't know because they really ain't never dealt with no other nation women. When they deal with them other nation women, they're like what? What? You rub some feet there off? You cook the soup when I'm sick?
It stays in Thailand.
Oh, but brother, if I was out now in the truth, I'd be in Thailand right now. Get a massage. Go ahead.
This is Hosea 5 and verse 4. They will not frame their doings to turn to their power, for the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them,
Right.
and they have not known the Lord.
That's it. They have not known the Lord. All right? And really, when you deal with the whoredom spiritually, is what? You're dealing with them other gods and other philosophies. Go ahead.
2 Peter 2 and 4. For if the Most High spare not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell,
And we are those angels, man. Go ahead.
and delivered them unto chains of darkness,
Right.
to be reserved unto
And
judgment.
these bodies are the chains of darkness, man. Surely this is hell, and surely this is the chains of darkness for the Israelites. Okay? You know what it's like also in this place? Zakar, kind of like Zakar last night too, right? This place is like you got starving lions, and then but they're in a cage, but then you got a gazelle right outside the cage, just they're prancing around, right? That's what this society's like. Go ahead, man.
And spare not the old
And you know
world.
what the gazelle is?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly,
Right.
and turning the city of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes,
Right.
condemning them with an overthrow,
Yep.
making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
Right, so that was supposed to be an example of what not to do. What's Esau doing? He's going further. Right? The Tower of Babel was supposed to be an example of what not to do. What's Esau doing? He's doing the world Tower of Babel. Right? See? That one world order. That goes back to the Tower of Babel right there. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at the the EU building, that's built like they say the ancient Tower of Babel was built, right? See, that was like, it's like a replica. So what are they saying? They're saying that that's what they're trying to do. Which, what does the word Nimrod mean, man? That means rebellion. And that's what Esau's all about. He's about rebellion against the Heavenly Father in his ways. What, brother?
It's the book of Isaiah
That was it on
20.
that? What?
And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy
Right.
conversation of the wicked.
That's us, bro. We're vexed with the conversation he's speaking, man. All right? Adultery is normal in this place. Boredom is normal in this place. See? You know, that's about to get normal. This alphabet shit, that's normal. GMO foods is not, that's nothing. Pesticides in the food, that's no big deal. Right? Gene splicing. Go ahead.
For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
That's it. All right, that's what's coming to these people, man. What, Billy?
This is the book of Isaiah 26 and verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's it. All right? And they're not going to behold the majesty of the Lord because they're not the people of the Lord. They're the people of the wicked. Get me Job 9 and 24. Okay?
Job 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
And that's Esau. The Lord gave Esau the power. All right? Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, if not, where and who is he? That's speaking of the Edomite. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power.
Right.
And
And that's it. Esau's that wicked in great power, man. They got the power right now. Go ahead.
And spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Right.
Yet he passeth away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I saw him.
When is he going to pass away? When Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to take him out of power. Okay? And establish a righteous rulership. Right? With him being the head and us being joint heirs under him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw him, but he could not be found.
Right. Oh, matter of fact, get Isaiah the 14th chapter. What?
It's the book of Psalms 58 and verse 6. Break their teeth, O Most High, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young
What
lion.
does the teeth represent? That represents their power. All right? So the Lord is going to break their teeth in their mouth. So the lion without teeth, what can he really do? Right? Go ahead.
Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahweh.
That's it. What?
Isaac. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
That's it. And that's who's ruling right now. It's the wicked. Right? And people are mourning, man. Depression is on the rise, man. Suicide is on the rise, even amongst children, man. You got if you didn't even start life yet, you're ready to commit suicide, you should be playing outside and stuff, man. That's true. That's what we were doing, you know what I mean? We were playing outside, you know? Tag and jumping in backyards. You know? Huh? Yeah, they don't even do that now. They just look at an iPad or whatever. See? Hold on, go ahead.
Proverbs 30 and 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which I cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth.
And who's that servant? These Edomites, man. The so-called white man. That's that servant that's reigning on the earth right now. Meaning he's ruling, but he's not supposed to be ruling. Go ahead.
And a fool when he is filled with meat.
And he's a fool. Well, go ahead and get me Job 30, bro. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse
Get to
3.
the point, you know?
An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yeah, through the prudence of their authority, the city shall be inhabited, man. All right? See, because we're going to create the actual paradise on earth again, man. We're going to turn the earth to the Garden of Eden again under the rulership of Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? Esau's destroying the earth, man. Completely. All right? Go ahead, what is it about?
Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place.
Why is folly set in great dignity? Because the one who's ruling is foolish. So all he pushes forth is folly. All right? Go ahead.
I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right. McDonald's. That's folly anyways. That's madness. You gotta break. That's not even real meat, not even real food. You're eating it. That's madness. All right. And you're feeding that to your children. That's folly. Okay. But guess what? The Lord set it up that way. All right. Because this is hell for the Israelites and even for the whole earth. Okay. Go ahead, Micaiah, real quick.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
Right.
and the hurtful works are fulfilled.
Why is wickedness polluted the whole earth? Because the wicked is in rulership. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning.
Well, he's a child. They that are younger than I. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job 30 and 1. But now, they that are younger than I,
Who's younger than us? The Edomites. Okay? Because it says what? That everyone came out of the waters of Judah, right? Because when you go in the spirit, Abraham was a Judah, right? So on and so forth, man. Go ahead.
have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right. What is Job saying? He's saying that he would not even allow them to sleep with his dogs, stay where his dogs stay. That's how low these Edomites were at one point. Go ahead.
Verse 2, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me,
Right.
in whom old age was perished.
Right.
Verse 8, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. That's why all these policies and all this, that's why he's destroying the earth. Because he's a fool. He got to live in the earth, but he's destroying it. He's going to put all these chemicals in the water that he's going to eventually have to consume. Go ahead.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
Right.
They were viler than the earth.
Right. That's going back to what? The caveman era, which that wasn't too long ago. See, really, Job was prophesying. You see? But that wasn't too long ago. The caveman era was a few hundred years ago. That was when we were ruling in the darkness. You see that? So that's who's ruling. Go ahead.
This is
Psalms 14.
Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1.
Right?
The fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
And that's Esau has promoted that. Even these other heathen, right? They had the form of their God, the form of their higher power. Even though it was the false God, it was a form of a higher power, right? Knowing that there's spiritual power that's above them. Esau doesn't deal with that way. Esau promotes that there's no God, right? That it's all carnal. Everything is a big bang, which makes absolutely no sense. Just random. Everything's just random, right? The constellations, that's random. The fact that you have an immune system, that just happened, right? You see what I'm saying? The ecosystem, the animals, every animal is part of the ecosystem, even the worms and all that. That's just a random act. No. The Lord created that, man. See, any logical nation would come to that conclusion. It had to be created by a higher intelligence power, but not Esau, man. Not the so-called white man, not Esau. He believes that no, it just came. So he's a fool, right? Read that again.
That's what he calls it, a theory.
A theory, right? But he speaks his theory as fact.
Right.
You have to deal with it as a fact. He teaches it in the school system. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right, so that's, the theory is nothing but an educated guess.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. And it's not really educated. It's really just stupid. You know? And I had a couple of debates with these guys talk like they know something, but they have no clue what's going on. Hey, yeah, it's a big bang. But then they try to break it down and I trap them up and they have nothing to say. Because it makes absolutely no sense, man. Read that again, bro.
God. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works.
Right. And anyone who doesn't believe in the Most High is corrupt, man. Go ahead.
There is none that doeth good.
Right.
The Lord,
And there's none that do it good. Go ahead.
the Lord Yahweh looked
Because
up.
where does good start from? You gotta have the fear of the Lord, man. You see, that's what makes you do good from the beginning. Go ahead.
God. The Lord Yahweh looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High.
Now, who are the children of men? Who are the children of men?
Us.
Who? Us?
That's what I said. The children of.
Who are the children of men? The other nations.
Yeah, okay. The
Okay?
children of.
There's three classifications of men. The sons of God, which is us, Israelites. The sons of the men, right, are the children of men, which are the heathen nations. Then you got the sons of the wicked, all right, which are these Edomites.
But Yahushua is not the Son of Man.
The Son of Man, yeah, but that's his title.
Okay, I got confused with that.
That's his title. All right, go ahead.
Verse
Because
3.
he came as a man on the earth. That's all that means.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, they are all gone aside, they are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
Not one. All right, not one. None of them do good. Okay, go ahead.
Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord?
Right, but that's it on that. Go ahead, Bobby. I'm gonna come to you. Go ahead.
Romans 1 and 21. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified Him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Right, right. And that's what Esau does. He professes himself to be wise. He says, "By my wisdom have I gotten this." Scripture says that. That's what Esau says, and he didn't give the Most High praise. Oh, boy.
Psalms 10 and verse 4,
Yeah.
the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High.
Right, because Esau's prideful, man. So he's not going to seek after Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. He's going to seek after his own glory, man. Go ahead.
The Most High is not at all in his thoughts.
Right, meaning he doesn't think about the Most High. All right, you got something else? Go ahead, bring it out, bring it out.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus,
Right.
chapter 10 and verse verse 18. Matter of fact,
Go ahead. Give us 1 second. Go ahead.
come on, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High.
Right. So the beginning of wisdom is what? When you fear the Heavenly Father. The beginning of pride is when you say, "Nah, we're not dealing with the Heavenly Father." That's that pride, because you believe that you're over the Most High. Okay. Okay. This is dealing with the Israelites according to the Bible. All right. You guys speak English? Just a little bit. Okay. Break it down to them in French.
So on est en train de prophétiser.
Yeah, pick up your voice.
On est en train de prophétiser les événements qui vont se produire durant les derniers jours. Alright? Les Israélites. Il y a le vrai Israël.
Monsieur Laurent nous a dit que Jésus va venir en 2030. C'est vrai?
Non, il n'y a pas de temps prophétisé.
Oui, oui, il est con.
Merci. Il nous a dit il est Jésus.
What?
He's Jesus.
I never heard him say that before. I can't vouch for that.
Israélites, c'est les soi-disant noirs, les soi-disant latinos et les soi-disant amérindiens. Plus on a des Israélites dispersés dans toutes les nations. Alright? So, les Israélites en fait sont les fils d'Abraham, Isaac et Israël. Alright? Israël a eu 12 enfants, 12 tribus d'Israël.
C'est ça, c'est ça.
So, on a été dispersés dans toutes les nations, les Israélites ont été mis en captivité. On revient à notre héritage par l'esprit de Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Alright? En fait, le vrai nom du Seigneur, c'est pas Jésus. Son nom, c'est Yahushua. Alright? C'est un nom hébreu et c'est un soi-disant homme noir de la tribu de Juda. Alright?
Right. So, c'est juste la vérité de la Bible. Alright? Parce que eux, ils disent pas la vérité. Okay? Il dit les choses, qu'est-ce qui est bon pour les personnes, pour entendre, pour les oreilles. Nous, on dit le vrai, vérité. Ouais, get the scripture. On va montrer avec le Bible. Get me, get the scriptures on color. You know what I'm saying? Revelations, Apocalypse.
1 and 14.
All right? 1:13. Go ahead, show them.
Le livre d'Apocalypse, chapitre 1, verset 13, ça dit ici, et au milieu des 7 chandeliers, quelqu'un qui ressemblait à un fils d'homme, vêtu d'une longue robe, et ayant une ceinture d'or sur la poitrine.
Where's the false image?
Sur sa tête et ses cheveux étaient blancs comme de la laine blanche.
Okay, so attends, okay, go ahead.
C'est pas Jésus en mendiant?
Oui, mais c'est ça. Mais regarde, écoute le verse. Il dit, black, Nicole, you know what I'm saying? So, in other words, Pastor, there's no such thing as, there's no such nation. Tell them there's no such nation as Negro. There's no such nation.
Il n'y a personne qui est noir, il n'y a personne qui est blanc. Ici, c'est des concepts inventés par le soi-disant homme blanc.
C'est ça.
Parce que moi, il y a un gars à l'école, il a dit N-word et on l'a tapé.
Ok. Non, mais hein? Oui, c'est ok. On a fait ça aussi quand on était jeune. You know, mais on dit ça. Non, but this is it. maintenant on comprend, c'est pas, there's no such, il n'y a pas une nation qui s'appelle noir, une nation qui s'appelle blanc. Tu comprends? Ça, c'était inventé. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? So, on juste dit ça pour comprendre qu'est-ce qu'on veut dire. Si moi je vois un job pour un travail, il n'a pas un Israélite là pour une option. Tu comprends? So, qu'est-ce que je vais écrire? Noir ou quelque chose, tu vois? So, boy, break that down, boy.
So, ça dit,
on va regarder si ça match avec ça ou ça match avec ça. Ok, go ahead, read.
sa tête et ses cheveux étaient blancs comme de la laine blanche.
Est-ce que son cheveu est blanc ici?
Non.
Est-ce que c'est comme la laine? La laine is sheep. C'est le mouton, là, le mouton. Right? Le cheveu de mouton. Ça, c'est un afro. Tu comprends? Ouais. C'est même lui, son cheveu, c'est un peu plus proche. C'est un peu plus proche comme ça. Mais c'est comme ça, c'est plus. Mon cheveu, c'est plus comme ça. Son cheveu, c'est plus comme ça parce que c'est plus dur. Non, pas dur, mais curly.
Frisé.
Frisé, that's it. Ouais.
Comme lui ou pas?
Un peu. Il est presque là, mais c'est pas. C'est plus comme ça. Ok? C'est plus comme ça. Ouais.
Ça dit, sa tête et ses cheveux étaient blancs comme de la laine blanche.
Great. So c'était blanc et c'était comme la laine. Ok? C'est comme un afro qui était blanc. Ouais.
Comme de la neige.
Yeah.
Ses yeux étaient comme une flamme de feu.
Right.
Ses pieds étaient
Lui,
semblables.
il a les yeux bleus. Ok? Ça, c'est pas lui. Ouais.
Ses pieds étaient semblables à de l'airain ardent.
Ok.
Les reins, c'est comme bronze, right? Les reins. Tu connais les reins?
Intestin, genre?
Non, les reins. C'est comme du bronze. Yeah. Comme un genre de métal. Bronze, right?
Tu vois, quand tu fais une course, il donne 3 métals. Il y a l'or, il a l'argent, après il a le troisième, oui. Bronze. Ça, c'est brun, oui. C'est brun, bronze, oui.
Un peu comme la bouillie, genre.
Oui, mais c'est comme un brun rouge. Oui. Ça, c'est quoi? Il dit que le pied de le Seigneur était. Tu comprends? Il était comme. Ouais.
Ça dit, ses pieds étaient semblables à de l'airain ardent,
Ouais.
comme s'il eût été embrasé dans une fournaise.
Oui, ça c'était. Ouais,
So, si tu mets du bronze dans une fournaise, ça devient très foncé.
C'est ça.
Alright? So, ça, c'est la vraie dépiction du Seigneur.
Tu comprends?
Alright?
Tu comprends? Comme ça. Ouais,
Right, contrairement au mensonge que le soi-disant en blanc a donné au monde entier.
That's it.
Alright?
That's it. Tu comprends? Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? Ça, c'était des mensonges. Il a été dit. So, ça,
Jésus est comme ça.
c'est ça. Le vrai, quand il va retourner regarder comme ça. Il va être fâché. Il ne vient pas avec des bisous comme les chrétiens disent. Bisous comme il aime tout le monde, il aime tout.
Ok, câlin.
Juste viens à Jésus, il va accepter. C'est pas comme ça. Get me John 15, Get me that. Ok, go ahead.
Le livre de Isaïe, chapitre 66 et 15. Car voici l'Éternel arrive dans un feu, et ses chars sont comme un tourbillon.
Yeah. Right. Montre les chars, c'est comme les soi-disant ovnis. Tu connais les ovnis?
Ouais, c'est un vaisseau spatial.
Ouais. Ça, c'est les véhicules des anges.
C'est ça, right?
Et
Yep.
c'est par ces véhicules que les élus d'Israël vont être sauvés. Alright? Et c'est ces véhicules qui vont apporter la destruction.
Right.
Ça dit ici.
Avec Moses, tu connais Moussa, il venait et quand il partait d'Égypte avec notre peuple, qu'est-ce qu'il faisait? Il avait un chariot comme ça qui avait guidé. Ça dit ça dans le Bible. Yeah.
Et ces chars sont comme un tourbillon.
Yeah.
Il convertit sa colère en un brasier et ses menaces en flammes de feu. Car par le feu,
Those lasers. How do you say lasers in French?
Laser.
Ouais.
c'est par le feu que l'Éternel exerce ses jugements.
Right.
C'est par son glaïf qu'il châtie toute chair. Et ceux que tuera l'Éternel seront en grand nombre. Il y aura beaucoup de monde qui vont mourir à la venue du Seigneur. Contrairement à ce que lui va te dire, que le Seigneur va venir pour apporter de l'amour. Non, l'amour c'est seulement pour les élus de la nation d'Israël. Le reste, ils vont périr. Pourquoi? Toutes les iniquités qui se passent dans le monde. L'adultère, ok, les crimes qui se passent, ok, l'homosexualité, toutes ces choses-là. All right?
So, that's it. Right, you get Zechariah the 5th chapter. All right? Go ahead, bring it up.
Jean 15 et verset 16.
Je voulais montrer ça parce que on disait qu'il accepte pas tout le monde. Oui? Go ahead.
Jean 15 et verset 16. Ce n'est pas vous qui m'avez choisi, mais moi, je vous ai choisi.
Right, so Yahweh Shai choisit les personnes. C'est pas nous qui choisit lui, c'est lui qui choisit nous. Tu comprends ça? So, c'est ça, go ahead.
Et je vous ai établi afin que vous alliez et que vous portiez du fruit et que votre fruit demeure, afin que ce que vous demanderez au Père en mon nom, il vous le donne.
So, c'est ça, tu comprends? So, c'est un différent message que il donne, ok? Mais ça c'est le vrai message. Ouais.
Matthieu 17,
So,
34.
c'est bon, tu comprends qu'est-ce qu'on veut dire? Tu comprends? Il y a les autres questions? Non, c'est bon? Ok.
Ne croyez pas que je sois venu apporter la paix sur la terre. Je ne suis pas venu apporter la paix, mais l'épée.
Ah, ça c'est différent. Ça, si nous on lit le Bible pour vrai, lui il ne lit pas le Bible. Les chrétiens, il ne lit pas le Bible. Il parle 90% des fois. Tu comprends? Ouais. Regarde ça, read that again.
Ne croyez pas que je sois venu apporter la paix sur la terre. Je ne suis pas venu apporter la paix, mais l'épée.
Ça c'est les personnes que tu appelles Jésus-Christ. Son nom est Yahweh Shai. Il dit, il ne paye pas pour le paix, il paye pour la destruction. Le jour de vengeance, c'est dans son cœur. La chose qui est arrivée avec lui 2000 années, ça fait 2000 années, il va venir avec la vengeance pour ça aussi. Tu comprends? C'est pas une chose petite ça. Tu comprends? Lui est le roi du roi. Et guess what? Il crachait sur lui. Tu comprends? Il beat him. You know what I'm saying? So ça, il doit être payé pour ça. Get me that he was marred more than any man. What you got, brother? Read on.
Isaïe 66 et 16. Car par le feu et par son épée, le Seigneur plaidera avec toute chair. Et les tueurs du Seigneur seront en grand nombre.
Hey. All right? So he's coming with bodies. You want to talk about bodies? He's going to have the most bodies ever. All right? What?
Luc 12 et 49.
Yeah.
Je suis venu jeter un feu sur la terre.
Yeah.
Et qui ai-je à désirer s'il est déjà allumé?
Yeah. What's this guy doing? Anyways, what?
Le livre d'Isaiah,
Okay, who has some? Bring it out. Bring it out. All right, man. You take care of it. You have a good night, eh? All right? Go ahead, man. You might definitely. Ouais.
Isaïe 66 et 15. Car voici l'Éternel est arrivé. Bon, t'as déjà lu ça. Ok. Isaïe 66 et 15. Car voici l'Éternel arrive dans un feu et ses chars comme un tourbillon. Il convertit sa colère en un brasier et ses menaces en flammes de feu.
That's it. That's how the Lord is coming. Matter of fact, go and get that in English.
Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold,
I know Zakar got an attitude with issue that comes up, you know? Listen, I got to kind of jump in a bit, right?
Marking a bit, I see the smile.
That's okay. But you see, but the more you bring out the truth, guess what? They get beat down in the spirit. Remember that guy came up, he was kind of mocking the ran down the guy? And then that's what you want to give daps? Take care of that guy. You have a good day, because he got nervous, man. You see? All you had to do was bring out the word. All I had to do was bring out the word and it shook his ass up. Oh, the word is like a two-edged sword.
Yeah.
You see? So nothing they could really do against the word. They can act like, oh, I don't believe in that, I'm Muslim. But then when they hear the words, they're like, oh shit. You know? They feel it. That's why you gotta keep bringing it out. You know, they gotta keep the scriptures coming, bing, 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 bing. When someone's up, that's especially when you want to be bing, 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 bing. What scriptures? Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
Right.
to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's how the Lord is coming. He's coming with judgment, man. All right? And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to perish even before the Lord comes back. When he comes back, he's coming to do more damage, man. Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh,
That's it.
and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right. So the Lord is coming to catch bodies, man. So it's not the same message that the Christian church is telling you. It's the actual opposite message, man. The Lord is not coming to play games, man, and accept everybody. I'll just come as you are. No. The scripture said you have to be a new creature, man. They didn't read that? You know, be a slut, and when you finish going to the club, come to church on Sunday. It don't work like that, man. That's that new age stuff, man. All right? And that's why the men are leaving the church. Because they find out it's BS. If you go back to the night, like let's say the 80s, it used to be more of a structure. Let's say the 70s, more of a structure. You know, don't be doing no mess because the pastor will expose you. Now, just accept anything. If you're a homosexual, come in there. Come play the piano. That's not how the Lord is dealing, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Oh, he's a friend of the world. Give me that.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Yep.
And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindred of
So
the
guess
earth.
what? That proves reincarnation right there anyway, right? The ones who pierced him are going to see him when he comes back. And he's going to come to wreak vengeance on them too. All right? And he's going to make them remember what they did too. He's going to put that spiritual remembrance in them.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
And all kindred of the earth shall wail because of him.
Right.
Even so, amen.
Why are they wailing? Because he's coming to take down their kingdom. When you read about the statue in Daniel, there was a rock that destroyed that statue at the feet. What was that rock? That was Yahweh Shai, our Lord. Okay, the Son of God. Okay, he's coming to destroy this kingdom. All right, this is the last kingdom to reign on the earth. All right, the last heathen kingdom to reign on the earth. Then it's going to be our kingdom under Yahweh Shai. Okay, go ahead. You got something else?
Just to add on,
Go ahead,
that breaks the narrative that the Christians have. Because at the time when Yahushua comes, there's going to be mourning, there's going to be wailing.
Right. It's not going to be a nice day. It's going to be a very dreadful day. Oh, woe to you that desire to day. Give me Amos 5 again. That you're Israelite. Where are you from, brother? Where are you from, brother? Which part? West Africa, right? East. Oh, East, really? Oh, okay. Which part? Which Kenya? Tanzania. Oh, we got a brother in Tanzania. We got one of our brothers out there right now in Tanzania preaching the same word as us. Okay, so we got Israelites in Tanzania as well, all around the earth. But most of the Israelites are in West Africa, most of them. Okay, but trust me, there's Israelites all over the earth, brother. Okay. That's Gad right there. Okay, all right, sister. All right, sister. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is Amos 5. Hey, Esau's the wicked. Esau's the wicked. All right. The so-called white people you see, they're known as the Edomites in the Bible. Right? Everyone has a biblical nationality. I know our people. It makes our people uncomfortable to say that, but it's the truth. Okay, go ahead.
This is Amos 5 and verse 18.
Yep.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yep.
To what end is it for you?
Yep.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right. It's gonna be darkness. It's gonna be a lot of hell coming to the earth. Right?
A lot of.
Go ahead.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met
You
him,
gotta get the gather.
or
That's
went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Right.
Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark?
In other words, there's not going to be no escape from it, man. It's going to be nothing but pain and sorrow everywhere you turn. Everywhere you turn, that's where we're coming to. Just the gas alone put hell on this. If gas doubles from where it's at, it's going to double. When it doubles from where it's at, these people are going to have a hurting on them, man.
No more worse.
Huh?
People ain't gonna go
It's
with
not,
it.
what's the point?
No.
You better start walking.
Yeah.
Start delivering them bottles by hand, you know? on the bike with a basket. Right? You see what I'm saying? The Uber Eats are going to be getting the bikes, you know, the big seats. Go ahead.
This is Amos 5 and verse 16. Therefore thus saith the Lord, the power of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in the streets, and they shall say in all the highways, Alas, alas, and they shall call their husbandmen to mourning, and
But
such.
that's it though, right? There's going to be wailing, right? You might be in your house, you're there, whatever, you're doing what you're doing. You just hear screaming every second outside. You know, there's all kind of wailing and screaming. You know? Dogs barking, shots fired, you know? Someone gets stabbed, whatever the case is, man. All around you. That's what the time we're coming to, man. Go ahead.
And such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing, and in all the vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord.
That's it. What, bro?
2 Ezra 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
Right.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude.
Right, so that multitude is speaking about the armies that's going to fight. All right, go ahead.
which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
That's it.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
But that's it. That's what's gonna come to these people, man. All right, that judgment. You know, any of you people that go and join the army, you're not coming back. All right, you're gonna die in the army, man. You see, for this World War III. All right.
And again, they're gathering to fight Yahweh.
That's right. You see? Matter of fact, come up. Since you want to open I'll just play. This is scary. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, that precept I just read was about how the narrative that the Christians are telling us, that how Yahweh Shai, when he's gonna step on the scene, he's gonna gather everyone, he's gonna accept everyone and love everyone. But we see here that he's gonna destroy the whole multitude.
See? All right, so go ahead, brother. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
See, so that goes again pertaining to the prophecy that Yahweh Shai told us about the wars and rumors of wars. So when he comes on the earth, there's already going to be a turmoil and sedition all over the world.
This is Revelation 12
Move in the spirit.
and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
So that the dragon goes into Esau, Edom and his armies, So they're gonna fight against Yahweh Shai in the clouds,
And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
See, so again, when the armies that are gonna come against Yahweh Shai, they're gonna be utterly defeated. See, there's not gonna be anyone that's gonna be able to resist the might of Yahweh Shai, and that's ultimately to show the power that He has. See, to put the fear of the Lord into the rest of the world. See, so because we know that Esau Edom is in the power that Esau Edom has in our mind, ourselves, we can't deliver ourselves. But seeing the might of Yahweh Shai, that the power that he has, because we know that he's not going to come back as a man.
Right, Esau can't deal with the spiritual power. Esau doesn't have enough power to deal with the spiritual power. That's how the Lord's going to take him down. All right?
Go ahead.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
As the brother had said, there's going to be a lot of turmoil, a lot of seditions, a lot of fighting already on the earth when Yahweh Shai comes. As it says, the love of many shall wax cold because of the iniquity, So the whole society is going to be in utter chaos already before Yahweh Shai shows up.
That's it. I got a precept. You done with that? All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. All right, so in other words, what's that? What's that peace and safety? The Christian church is telling you about peace and safety. All right, it's going to be all good. The Lord is coming to help to save everyone. No, the Lord is coming to save the elect of the nation of Israel. Not even all the Israelites, just the elect. The majority of the people are going to perish, man. You see that? Hell is coming to the earth, man. You see? It says, but ye, brethren, hold up. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay? Because what's that day? That day is going to be like a surprise, like a snare. It's going to snare these people. All right? But it's not going to snare us. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
And the people, according to that precept, even as it says, your leaders lead you astray. They're not giving you a proper covering. They're not preparing you for the day that is about to come. They're giving you false promises of peace. You say the prophet that says the sword shall not come upon this place.
Right.
We know that they're prophesying lies, as it says in Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets of old have prophesied about evil, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're telling our people to repent and turn back to the Lord, because we know that this kingdom has to come to an end. Anyone has something?
This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 3. Ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seed of violence to come near.
See, that's exactly what they're doing. They're pushing the day away. You know, they're not hearkening unto the warning that the Lord is putting that vibration that we're pushing forth pertaining to the end. That's that evil day that they're pushing away.
Right.
See, they want to stay in that spirit of mirth. They want to. They even after the pandemic, even after they were locked down for how many? Almost 2 years. You know, without a possibility, you know, without that mirth coming out. You know, they were mourning at one point, but still now that they have somewhat a little bit of freedom, it's not in their mind.
Right.
You know, it's as if that moment was already forgotten, and now they're back on the mirth.
That's it.
Right?
Ezekiel 12 and 27, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel saying, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the times that are far off.
See, again, that goes into a lack of faith, man. We're telling them to get ready now, you know? Get that understanding now while you can, because according to the famine of the word that's about to happen, when the time comes, we're not going to be preaching this word no more, man.
Right. This
Go ahead.
is Psalms 37 and verse 19 and verse 18. It says, Yahweh knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. Shall they consume away? See?
My servant shall eat.
That's right.
My servant shall drink.
Right.
The same time when these people are going to be mourning, we're going to be straight. The Lord is going to protect us. The Lord is going to guide us and is going to preserve us.
Yeah, my servant shall eat.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24 and 48. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he's looking not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
So that's exactly what's happening, man. The congregation is not being warned. They're not being prepared. You know, those that they go to seek the words of the Lord are preaching falsehood. They're preaching lies. You see? Could you read that again?
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 48. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord... Yeah.
See, so again, they're even pushing, as the brother said, they're pushing the evil day further. They're not even thinking in their hearts that Yahushua is coming. They say across the street that Yahushua is going to come in 2030.
Well, which we don't know that. We don't say that.
Okay, but anyways, but they're still not pushing for the message of repentance. You see?
Arabs seem like those guys seem like they were jokes.
Yeah.
Talking about he said Jesus.
Yeah, I'll take that back.
Go ahead, man.
So, like,
It says, this is the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of.
see, when they're just going about their day, man. See, they're gonna be hit by surprise. See, the day of the Lord is gonna hit them like a snare.
Off guard.
Off guard.
Yep.
As in the days of Noah.
Hey, that's it. You got that? Bring it up.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 12. For men also knoweth not his time, as the fishes are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught into a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
Because you know why? Because they're not going to tell you stupid people about that there's a food shortage right away. They're going to wait till you see the food shortage, because they already see how you act with toilet paper, man. You know, they already seen that, man. So they're gonna wait, you know, and then they're gonna say, wait a minute, where's all the rice? Where's all the milk? You know, where's the wheat things that I need? You know what I'm saying? It's empty. The only thing that's in there is toaster strudels. You see what I'm saying to you? So what? So what's gonna happen? These people are gonna go buck wild. You understand? but it's gonna hit them by surprise. Read that again.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
Well, that's it. It's gonna be catch them off guard, man. All right. And it's funny because we've been telling them. All right.
So it's not like they don't know. And the other precept that said suddenly shall the storehouses be empty. You know. So like you said, the elites are not gonna tell them. Like they'll put it in your face. You'll famine this. There's a shortage of this. But these people are, like I said, their mind is not. Like it goes in one ear and goes out the other. They don't really pay attention to the signs of the times.
Until they see it.
Until they see it.
Right.
You see?
When it suddenly fall upon them.
Isaiah 30 and 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Because in their minds, Esau has a perpetual kingdom. They don't see Esau Edom falling from power. You see? They love this place, man. That's why let's say that's why the 2/3 lined up to go get that shot. You know, because they trusted in their system. This is their hope. You know, as it says, arise, this is not our rest, but to them, this is their rest. You know?
Right. And they just kind of sweep that like the Jews, like that didn't exist. Man, all those people got messed up by the Jews. You got Justin. I just about to say that. It's a spirit. Justin Bieber, he got that. Basically, that's Bell's palsy right there.
What?
All right. That's Bell's palsy. It's the same thing, and that's what the people were getting from that juice, that shot.
Whoa.
And from the beginning, that was one of the main side effects people were getting. See, that's why they want to keep it under wraps, you know. Oh no, and they call it something different. I forgot what they call Hunters or something. Hunter's effect.
That's why I see his mouth is there.
And his eye can't blink. And his eye can't blink through. Because he was at the top of the world. All these chicks, when he came here, and all these chicks, they'll be beating down the car, running after the car. But now he can't even kiss them because one side you can kiss with one side, but you know, I don't know how that works. You know? As through as you can get. And we're gonna make fun of you people because you people are wicked. What did he do? He sold out to the elites, man.
The Lord shall laugh.
Yeah, he's probably a jig, but he got sold out to the elites, man. All right? So we got what he got. And all these people are gonna start losing, man. You know? And you don't know if that could be permanent. But they're not gonna tell you where it came from.
Yeah.
There's some neural. Yeah, but where did the neural thing come from? Go ahead. See, this is much.
Go ahead.
That was it on that.
You got something?
I'm fucking tired of shit. Can you work at the club? I feel sorry.
Read it again.
Go ahead, man.
Isaiah 30 and 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
See, your shame. You see, this as the brother was, as we brought it out throughout the day, you know, these people are going to be ashamed for not seeking the Lord, for not choosing to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You see, that's going to be their shame, man. You know, knowing that all they had to do was submit themselves to the ordinances of the Most High to be delivered. See, when they see the prophets doing good,
right.
When they see the prophets not starving,
that's right.
That's when they're going to realize, man.
Right. Oh, you shall not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? Right? They're going to be satisfied in that day, man. And that's what listen, what made Egypt great is the fact that Joseph had that food stored and everyone had to come to Egypt. Yeah. And what did the Pharaoh say? He said, whatever Joseph tell you to do, you do. Because the one who has the bread makes the rules, man.
That's right.
And then who's gonna have the bread in that day on amongst the people? We're gonna have the bread. The elites are gonna be withholding. Oh, it said they shall curse him that record. Please get that. They shall curse him that record. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know. So ultimately, that's what it is. Okay, the elites are gonna be withholding, but the Lord is gonna be blessing us. Because who created bread? Who created corn?
Lord.
Right. Who created fig? You know. You know. The Lord might actually have manna just drop on brothers, you know? Brothers in the head, brothers just walking, back. You know, a few pieces of bread, and it's hot and warm.
Yeah.
Like it was just baked or something.
Wow.
So, oh shit.
This is Proverbs 11 and 26.
Yep.
He that withholdeth corn,
Right.
the people shall curse him.
And that's Esau, bro. That's what he's doing. He's getting ready to withhold it. All right? And be rationing it out to certain people, man. You see? And you're gonna have to go through certain things to get that. And one of those things is gonna be the MOTB. Mark of the beast. That's what Esau's getting ready to move with. Okay, and he's gonna introduce it to all these people. You see, so they think life is just gonna get back to normal. No. Esau has plans, man. The elites got plans for you. All right, and we've been telling you about this for years. We told you there was gonna be a lockdown before C-19 existed. Go ahead.
This is Job 5 and verse 22.
Yep.
At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh.
And we're gonna laugh at this because a famine is coming now. So when you don't see no food in IGA, know that we told you, man. When you don't see no food in Maxi, know that we told you. That's coming. All right, that's as scourges for amendment because of the wickedness and the pride of these people, man. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Right.
Well, this is Isaiah 65 and verse
Hop in,
12.
you wanna hop in, bro, whatever the
Therefore
spirit
will I number you to the sword,
is. Yep.
and ye shall bow down to the slaughter.
Right.
Because when I called, ye did not answer.
And how is he calling? He's calling through his prophets, man. All right. Go ahead.
When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Right. You did everything against the Heavenly Father and His will, against His laws, right? His statutes and His commandments, man. The Lord has laws, statutes, and commandments for a reason, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Who's His servants? The prophets, man.
That's right.
The men of the Lord. That's pushing the true gospel, man. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Right. So we're gonna eat. We're gonna drink in that day, man. As long as we continue into the end. You see that? If you preaching now and the spirit jumps out and you stop coming out, right? Then guess what? Don't expect to get no food, man. Just go sell out, man. Go talk to eat.
Turn your back on the Lord.
Right. There's more than that.
It says, behold, my servant shall rejoice,
Right.
but ye shall be ashamed.
Right. They're gonna be ashamed, man. All that pride, that arrogancy that you see in these people's face, that's gonna be brought down to the ground.
That's right.
All right? Because the Lord is gonna do that. All right. And guess what? We're gonna be rejoicing. Give me Proverbs 1 and 20. Got more?
It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart,
Right.
and shall howl for vexation of
They're
spirit.
gonna howl. All right. Like a wolf howls, they're gonna howl. All right. Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Give me that mad look. Go ahead.
She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Yep. Well, jump down. Jump down to the point where he says we're laughing at like a verse up.
Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Right.
I will mock when your fear
So
cometh.
guess what? We're gonna mock and laugh when their fear cometh and when their calamities come upon them. Right?
When your fear cometh as desolation,
Right.
and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me.
That's when they're gonna try to seek the Lord. That's when they go, oh God, oh Yahuwah. They're gonna try to find the name. Right? Go ahead.
But I will not answer.
But he's gonna ignore them. All right? Go ahead.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
That's it. All right? You want to deal with people who are with you from day one. You want to deal with people who's Johnny come lately. Of course you want to seek me now. You see I'm bringing this calamity on you, right?
Not that
Of
I'm
course.
up.
Right.
That I'm up.
You
That's
know?
when you want to hang out.
Right. Right. You could curse out Joseph before I have Joseph ain't up with a bum, but then when the famine came and Joseph was in control of the corn, yo, I always thought you were a great man of the Lord. You know? You see what I'm saying to you? I never thought you were bugged out for the dreams. I never thought you were.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse
Right.
29, for they hate, Slakia, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Right. They didn't choose the fear of the Lord, man. You see? Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof.
Right. Give me second Ezra 9 and 9. Go ahead.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
But that's it. That's why the Lord is going to make all those things come upon them, man. That's right. Because they didn't listen to the messages of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They said what? They despised them. You despise something. It means you look down on something. But when they despise the messengers, they despise him. Get me that. You know? Those that don't accept you don't accept me.
That also goes by the fact that they are of the world too. You know? They don't hear us because they're of the world.
Right.
They that hear us are of Yahweh Shai.
Exactly.
All those that fear the Lord are here.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You could be giving out some great knowledge, great advice, deep knowledge, you know. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah. No, they're not, that's how it is in the world, bro. You know, the men of the Lord are insignificant. Man. That's how it is. Okay? Oh, the scriptures does say the greater thy art, the more humble thyself. Right? You think the apostle Har, they give all the apostle Har all this respect when he walks around the place? Or the apostle Gabar? No, they don't give them no respect. They just look at them as regular men. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them,
Right.
and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
That's something. Go ahead.
Luke 10 and verse 16. He that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
So when they despise the messengers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they despise the Heavenly Father, man. You see how it works? All right? So they're not going to get away for that, man. So that's why you can't get all frustrated. I know we do. I get frustrated too, right? But at the end of the day, they're going to get what they deserve, man. Go ahead.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
That's it.
That's the chain of command.
Yep.
You know? You hate the servant, you hate the master. You know?
But this is St. Mark chapter 8 and verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels.
That's it. That's it. So you can't be afraid to push this gospel, ashamed to push this gospel. You got a lot of Israelite groups that are ashamed of the gospel, man. You know, they want to bring out the full truth because the world is not going to accept it. Forget about the world, man. The world is going to perish, man. You see? The ones that are of the world, they're not going to make it. The scripture says the love of the world is enmity against the Heavenly Father, man. You see that? We're not with the world, man. We're with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This gospel, this truth is really the greatest underdog story.
Right.
You know?
Right. Facts.
We're seeking for things that are not visible.
Right.
You know? That is not seen. We're looking for a kingdom that is to come, man.
Right.
And these people don't see it. So the fact that we're out here, you know, to them it seems like foolery. It seems foolish to them that we're out here wearing garments, you know, prophesying the word, reading the gospel, you know. But when the time comes that everything that we say is going to come to pass, when Yahushua is here, then what is that? There's nothing else to say.
They're going to try to hold on to us.
You see?
Oh, yeah. They're going to look for any Jake with a beard. Like any Jake with a beard, so-called black man with a beard, they're going to be trying to run and ask questions. It's going to be too late. Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. For we preach not ourselves, but Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushua's sake.
Right.
For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's it.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels.
Right, meaning these bodies, man. All right, go ahead.
That the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us.
That's it. So it's not. That's why the Lord wants it to be a small thing, you know, and He wants it to be despised of men because that's how He's going to bring forth His glory, right? It's not about. It's not. That's why He said He didn't give it to the wise or the prudent. He gave it to the so-called the base things of this world. You see? What?
Ecclesiasticus 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh,
Right.
every man holdeth his tongue.
Right. So if Jay-Z was out here, them Jakes would have been right. Oh, yo, what's he talking about? Right? Kendrick Lamar. Yo, what? Yeah, that's right. That's right. They would have got a garment.
Wow.
You see? They would have been bringing out precepts. Yo,
That is
Isaiah 4, okay, calm. You know? They would have been on that spirit because why? Because it's a rich man, because it's a person with renown in this world. What?
And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds, but if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Who the hell is this guy? That's how they look at us. That's how they look at Jake. Even when they pass in the whips, they roll down, they got a smirk on their face, like, what the hell is this? C'est quoi ça? You know, like the guys just came up before, well, what's this about? Right? What the hell are these guys? That's the vibe. Go ahead.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Yeah. Hein?
Ce qu'a fait là.
First Corinthians 1:27. But the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
That's right.
And the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty.
Right. Because part of being mighty also is having money too, right? People got a couple $1 billion, right? He didn't bring no billionaires into this. Right. He brought them the ones that ain't got that no power in this world. Right? Jay-Z might be able to start a little movement, but he don't really have no real power. No. But I'm just saying, he got more power than us. He got more strength than us. Right? If you got a problem with somebody, guess what? You can go hire a couple people to pull up.
Yeah.
Right? You can have people here with armed, 50 Cent rolling around. People got the big machine guns, army vets with them. So that's some form of power. Right? Jake is trying to see, I'll just get 20 gas. And you see it barely goes up. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Jake is running on E. Go ahead.
It's lucky, I had a guy over there at my work saying that they're filling the gas with water. They're putting water in the gas.
Right now?
Right now. He said he had his girl put the premium in a water bottle. It was water and gas. Wow. So they're like, you just complain to the gas station. It's Esso. That's what they're doing right now with the premium gas. They're filling water.
How did he know it was water? Or you don't know? You don't know.
There's definitely two liquids. He showed me the pictures. Definitely two liquids.
Yeah, but I think the premium they mix it with. Anyways, whatever the case is, I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's a little bit wild, right?
So this is say Luke chapter 16 and 15. And he said unto them, ye are a deal which justify yourselves before men.
Right.
For the Most High knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High.
Right. Yeah, that which is esteemed among men is an abomination to the Most High. So the people that are on a high level in society, those are the most vile people.
Yeah.
Those are the worst people there is, man. All right, with the worst character, man. You see, that's how it is. But then the best people are on the bottom. Okay, that's how it works. Okay? Go ahead. I cringe when I see a Jake with a Edom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know?
Right. St. John 15 and verse 18. If the world hate you, they know that they hated me before they hated you. If ye were of the world will love his own. If ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
The Lord has taken us out of the world, right? We cannot assimilate with these people, right? The Lord has cleansed us through His Word, and now we're become separate from them. We don't walk in the same mindset. Like I said before, we're seeking the new kingdom, man. We want this place to be destroyed.
In the last couple scriptures.
And again, just the fact that there's a precept that says they don't hate you, but they hate Yahweh Shai. Even further, man. So even the fact that we're out here pushing for this vibration, pushing for His Word, that's what they hate, because the Yahweh Shai is not for their turn. So that at the end of the day, we're not for their turn.
So back here, brother, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8. He therefore that despises not man, but the Most High, who hath also given unto us His Holy Spirit.
That's it. See? That's something else.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore in the hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
We're not worried about the world, man. We're not worried about the world on that level. You gotta live in the world, but you don't put your whole heart into the world, man. You see a lot of these people have their whole heart to that crypto thing, right? You look at a crypto crash, these people ready to jump off of buildings, man. You see what I'm saying? You you got brothers that got a lot of, you know, invested in the crypto, but brothers don't be too invested, man. All right? Don't be too invested in this world, man. These things are fickle, man. Go ahead.
Matthew 20 and 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last.
Right. So Jake is gonna be on top. Well, hold on. Jake is gonna be the first, man. All right. It said that Amalek was the first of all the nations, right? Which are the so-called Jewish people, right? They're Amalek. They're not true Israelites. All right. They're the first right now. They run all these industries, man, for the most part, man. You see what I'm saying? Esau. But guess what? It said that he shall perish like his own dung, man. What?
For many be called, but few chosen.
Right. Many be called and few chosen, man. All right. Go ahead, brother.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it.
Right.
For the fashion of this world passeth away.
Right. The fashion of this world is gonna pass away, man. You see what I'm saying?
As Yahushua said, you know, render unto Caesar what is Caesar,
Right.
and render unto the Most High what is the Most High.
Right.
You know, so you do what you have to do to, you know, to make sure you get your daily bread. But then your focus is on seeking the kingdom first.
This is Micah chapter 2 and 10. Arise ye
That
and
goes into that shit too. That your body is not yours. Your body belongs to Yahweh. So you getting that mark, yeah, that's a violation right there. Go ahead.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
It's a polluted place, man. What you got?
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 14. For here,
Renters, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
for here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Beautiful. We can end it on that. What's the city we seek to come to? The kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Yasharallah under Yahweh Shai.
Right.
So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakodash.
It belongs to the apostles and elders of great millstone citations. Much love and respect to you out here out there putting this word out in truth and sincerity. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Shalom.
Shalom.